it.
From Gary Berry Stadium, welcome to the District 11 channel. High School Football Pre-Game Show. I'm Haley Washington alongside Kate Sikoka. Coming up, we will look at tonight's Week 3 match up between the Harrison Panthers and the Mitchell Marauders, and we will check in with the men calling tonight's action, Barry Reed and Walter Johnson.
We will look at the current league standings in football, volleyball, softball, and men's soccer, and we will be joined by our special guest, Mitchell Secretary of Morale, Aisha Mason.
Let's get started, shall we? Tonight's matchup features the Harrison Panthers of head coach Al Malloy coming into Gary Berry Stadium to take on the Mitchell Marauders of head coach Marchie Malloy. This on and off series dates back to the mid-70s when Mitchell dominated Harrison. Tonight is the only fourth meeting since 2000, and while Mitchell won last year's game, the Panthers have won 2 of the last 3. In last year's game, the Marauders were led by departed junior tailback Aaron Wright, who rushed for 150 yards as part of a Mitchell ground attack that churned for 265 yards. Wright found the end zone 3 times as Mitchell scored twice in the fourth quarter, winning the game by the final score of 28-21 at Memorial Stadium.
Harrison finished the 2012 regular season with 1 win and 9 losses. Week 10 of the 2011 season saw Vista Ridge beat Harrison for the 3A Southern League title. Since then, the Panthers have lost 13 of 14 games. The Panthers look to improve behind senior quarterback Todd Wall, but Wall was lost for the season in the first half of the opener against Sterling. Sophomore Sam Garcia has been given the quarterback duties. The Panthers have talent surrounding Garcia in wingback Demetrius Graves and Andrew Johnson. Graves has been limited by a concussion, so Johnson has been the workhorse, rushing for 250 yards in 3 games. The defense is led by Nick Jaquez, who has 14 solo tackles and 9 assists. Last week against Woodland Park, he gave his team a lead with 2 touchdowns in 51 seconds. The first on a 70-yard kickoff return, followed by a 42-yard pick six.
It's homecoming week for Mitchell, which is still looking for its first win of the season. The offense has shown the ability to run the ball, averaging over 200 yards per game. Cousins, Jamal, and Preston Williams have combined for 985 yards in the first 4 games. The Marauders have been able to score points, but are playing catch-up as turnovers and defensive mistakes have allowed opponents to build big leads in each game. Tonight, the defense can concentrate on stopping the option attack of the Harrison Panthers, as the Panthers prefer not to pass. The offense has been one-dimensional, due in part to the Week 1 injury to quarterback T.J. Conklin. Conklin, one of the dozen players who came over from Wasson during the summer, returned to the lineup in the second half last week. With another week of healing, he will try to add passing the dimension back into the Marauders' offensive attack, opening holes for the running game. Now, let's bring in the gentlemen who will bring you the call of tonight's game, high above the 50-yard line, Barry Reed and Walter Johnson.
Thank you very much, Haley. And partner, we have got 2 teams looking for their first win. The good news is somebody is going to win tonight. The bad news is they're both going to be without a big churn in their running game, as Jamal Williams is unavailable for Mitchell and Demetrius Graves is unavailable for Harrison.
Yeah, you always want to see teams come in with at full strength. Not going to be the case tonight. Jamal Williams will not be here for Mitchell. And, of course, the quarterback got hurt in the very first game for Harrison, so that's going to take away a little bit of their firepower on both sides. But I still think we got a game where there's enough left firepower-wise that we're going to have a good one.
Let's take a look at the keys for Harrison.
Well, Harrison coming into the game, they thought they would need to stop the Williams cousins from running rampant. Now they only have to worry about one, of course, because Jamal won't be here tonight. The Harrison wants to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball tonight, Barry, both offensively and defensively. And they've been having some trouble hanging on to the football. They don't want that to be a problem tonight. They want to hang on to that football tonight.
And the Mitchell Marauders turnovers have been a big story. What are their keys for tonight?
Well, same thing for Mitchell. They want to protect the football. Too many ill-advised errors, stopping them on their drives. So they want to take care of the football, protect it, so to speak. Don't put it on the ground. Don't throw interceptions. Coach Malloy stresses time and time again, do your defensive assignment. Trust your teammates. They're going to have to do that tonight. And in my best Al Davis partner, for Mitchell, they just want to win, baby. Just win.
Mitchell, as far as I can find, has never had an over season in the nearly 50 years of this program, this is not something that they want to start tonight. Good chance tonight against Harrison. Back for more of the pregame show, Kate and Haley down on the field.
Thank you, Barry and Walt. We'll be back to you for kickoff in just a few minutes. Now it is time for our weekly look at the league standings for football, volleyball, soccer, and men's soccer.
The Classical Academy Titans look to stay ahead of Pueblo East in the 3A Southern League. TCA faces Vista Peak Prep, while the Eagles travel north to take on undefeated Coronado. The Coronado Cougars stand alone atop the 3A South Central League at 4-0. Defending champion Discovery Canyon dropped one game back with its loss to Elizabeth last week. In the 4A Pikes Peak League, Sand Creek stayed unbeaten with its Thursday night win at Liberty. Falcon will host Rampart, looking to keep pace, while Vista Ridge visits Pine Creek as it looks to stay one game back. In the 4A Foothills League, Pueblo Centennial took a one-game lead with its win as Pueblo West lost to Montrose. Mesa Ridge will battle Cannon City, trying to stay just one game back. Doherty and Legend both won last week's league openers and share the top of the 5A Pioneer League standings. The Spartans will host Heritage, while Legend travels to take on number 2 ranked Valor Christian in a non-conference game. Fountain Fort Carson tripped Palmer last Thursday to improve to a 2-0 in league.
Taking it to the court, the latest volleyball standings show the 4A Pikes Peak League is being led by the Lewis Palmer Rangers. Thursday, the Lady Rangers went 5 games, with Doherty suffering their first loss to the 5A Spartans. Defending champion Cheyenne Mountain and Air Academy are 2 matches back. Coronado stopped its 3-match slide, winning its first 2 league matches against Sierra and Widefield. Mesa Ridge is keeping pace in the 4A Colorado Springs Metro League standings. Mitchell won its league opener to rise above 500. The defending state champions, Doherty Spartans, responded well after dropping their first match in over a year, losing the championship of the Cherry Creek Bruin Classic to Chatfield. They lead the 5A Colorado Springs Metro League, with Palmer in second as a league play begins. We will have Palmer visiting Doherty live October 10th on the District 11 channel.
Making our way now to the Diamond for girls softball. Woodland Park went 4-0 this week and continues to lead the 4A Colorado Springs Metro League, ahead of Widefield by 1.5 games and Mesa Ridge by 2.5 games. The 4A Pikes Peak League is still tied 4 games into league play, as defending league champion Discovery Canyon and Air Academy are undefeated. Falcon and Cheyenne Mountain are now 2 games back. In the 5A Colorado Springs Metro League, Rampart, Pine Creek, and Fountain Fort Carson all won league openers. League play is just getting underway.
Now we make our way to the pitch for men's soccer, where the 4A Colorado Springs Metro League is still led by Harrison, who went 2-0-1 this week. Mitchell had a 2-0 week and is undefeated in league. Coronado won its league opener, going 1-1. Air Academy remains perfect on the season to lead the 4A Pikes Peak League. Lewis Palmer and Cheyenne Mountain won their league openers as well. The Indians have allowed just 2 goals against through 5 games. In the 5A Colorado Springs Metro League, Pine Creek and Liberty won league openers. 6-0-1, Palmer opens league play Tuesday. Doherty and Palmer face off here on the District 11 channel October 2nd.
Time now for a quick break. When we come back, we will be joined by our special guest, Mitchell Secretary of Morale, Aisha Mason. You're watching the District 11 High School Football pregame show on the District 11 channel. Welcome back to the District 11 High School Football pregame show here at Gary Berry Stadium. It is my pleasure now to be joined by Mitchell's Secretary of Morale, Aisha Mason. Aisha, tell me exactly what some of the events Mitchell students could participate in this week for homecoming.
Well, this week we wanted to make all of our Mitchell Marauders feel at home, and we led them on with Spirit Week. Cool. We opened up with a bonfire, Powder Puff game versus seniors and juniors, as well as, of course, our pep rally that we had yesterday.
Super fun. That's awesome. Let's head down to the field now as referee Alan Baccarella has assembled the captains for the coin toss. We good? I'm so sorry that I
Mr.
was.
Frederick is our back judge. Mr. Sean over there is over on the Harrison sideline. Guys, this is the coin I'm going to flip. That's heads. That's tails. Okay? Harrison's got the call on the toss, and 40 should have been over here with me. But okay. 40, tell me what do you want to do?
Heads.
What did he say? He called heads. I'm going to let it hit. It is a tail. That means Mitchell's won the toss. Your options are that you can defer your choice to the second half. You can kick off, receive, or defend the goal. Want to defer? Okay. Mitchell has won the toss and has elected to defer their choice to the second half. Okay, guys. I need to know you probably want the ball, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which end do you want to kick from?
We want to kick that way.
Want to kick that way. Okay, backs to your goals. All right, there you go. Good job. Start the first half. Harrison will receive and goes there. Guys, as soon as clock runs down, we're ready to go. Shake hands, come out, ready to play.
Good luck, my bro.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Harrison Panthers and the Mitchell Marauders. Both of our schools believe that high school athletics.
And when we come back, we will take it to the booth for kickoff of tonight's game. Our time is up. Thank you for tuning in to District 11 pregame show. Along with Kate Sikelka, I am Haley Washington. High school football straight ahead here on the District 11 channel.
Gary Berry Stadium, the place, and Walter, a very pleasant evening here tonight. Not much of a breeze to mention, the flag at half-staff, but not much going on there. Two teams that have been decimated by injuries and inavailability of players. Somebody's going to win their first game tonight.
And that'll be a good thing for one of these programs because both programs need a win so badly, partner. And I think we've got the national anthem on the field. We'll go down to that, partner.
And the Mitchell Madrigals presenting the national anthem to this homecoming crowd under the direction of Todd DiCamillo there. You see Todd coming into your shot and the Mitchell football team. Mitchell had things going with Jamal Williams. Now Preston Williams, after a 200-yard game in the opener against Lahana, is going to have to step back into that tailback role again and try to carry this Mitchell team to their first win.
Well, the good news, partner, is he can do it. That's the good news. That's the one thing Coach Malloy can hang his hat on tonight. The other side of the coin is you're going to give him a little more work than you've been giving him in recent weeks. So in the third and fourth quarter, does he wear down? That'll be the thing to look for tonight out of Preston Williams.
And Demetrius Graves missing one of the wingbacks we saw 2 years ago when we had Harrison on twice, and part of a 7-3 season that saw them just miss the playoffs after losing their Week 10 game that would have put them in. They were undefeated in conference until that game and still didn't make the playoffs 2 years ago. So teams that are capable, it's on the tee, and we are about ready to get underway here from Gary Berry Stadium.
Mitchell won the coin toss, partner, but they chose to defer their choice until the second half. Now, look at this, look at this.
They will go with an onside kick. It'll be fielded short, trying to keep it away from Darius Graves, the twin of Demetrius, who will be in tonight. The kick is fielded by Daniel Pendolinen. And that name, right off the bat, that's the one name I was worried about messing up. And he touches the ball on the first play.
It always happens. That guy, that ball will find that person that has the name that you are scared the most to pronounce.
Harrison starts at their own 40-yard line this first possession. Wing T formation. Justin Davis getting the surprise start over Garcia, and he's around the left-hand side, breaking a tackle. Finally, Tim Allen has to bring him down, but he's ahead for 27 yards to the Mitchell 32-yard line, and a first down. Difference in these two quarterbacks, we told they were going to split time. Justin Davis, the sophomore, is 6 foot, 161 pounds. Sam Garcia, who had been thrown into duty after the injury earlier this year, is just 5'9", 156 pounds, but his coach says he's closer to 120 pounds and maybe 5'7".
Mm-hmm.
So somebody on that Harrison staff misreading in a big hole off the right-hand side. This is Andrew Johnson. Johnson weaves his way down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 24 and another first down for Harrison. 2 plays. I may have moved 52 yards. And this is what we were talking about, defensive football. We haven't seen the double tight wing, more of a single back shotgun formation on the first couple of plays for Harrison.
And look at that huge hole that was opened up by the Harrison line. Allowed Johnson to get a hit for his 20 yards.
And Russell able to make the stop. Now this is Graves on the end around, and he is going to run hard to the corner and be in for the touchdown. So Darius Graves finishes us off from 8 yards, and that will be an opening touchdown for Harrison 52 seconds into the ball game. And it didn't take long for Harrison.
A little too easy on that drive there, partner. I know Coach Malloy is not going to be happy with that. A little too easy.
8 yards on the touchdown, 3 plays, 60 yards. And now Anderson on for the extra point. This one's low and partially blocked, and it will be no good. So just 6-0 in favor of Harrison. Harrison last week taking on Woodland Park actually led the game or trailed the game after the first drive. The Panthers scored on the first drive, and Harrison returned the ensuing kickoff 70 yards for a touchdown to knot the score. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank Louie's Pizza for providing dinner for the student volunteers and production staff bringing you tonight's broadcast. Louie's Pizza is a longtime supporter of School District 11. Call one of Louie's 5 locations to find out more about their Straight A program, rewarding students with free pizza for their academic achievements. Our thanks to Louie and all the staff at Louie's Pizza for all they do for the staff and students of School District 11. Now let's see what kind of response Mitchell has here as they get ready to field the ball.
I think it's going to be an offensive show tonight, partner. I think you're going to see some points on the scoreboard.
Well, the 14 points by Harrison last week were all defensive and special team. The 70-yard kickoff return, 2 plays later, they intercepted a pass and returned it 42 yards. Nick Hawkes with both the kickoff return and the interception return for a touchdown accounted for 14 points in 50 seconds. This is going to fly out of bounds, and Mitchell will take it at the 35-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10. So both teams starting their first drive in excellent field position.
And neither defense is a strong enough partner to support letting the other teams get that kind of field position. So we'll see how Mitchell wants to attack in their first series. Coach Malloy will send his offense out there.
But after that 51-second march, or 51-second span where Harrison got the lead last week, the ensuing kickoff was it was an interception returned by Woodland Park, the first of 28 straight in the 35-14 win. They give off to Preston Williams. He's running hard, but he will be dropped. Shortly across the line by Stephen Barrett, who is returning for these Panthers from an injury. It will be a gain of 4 for Preston Williams and bring up a 2nd and 6.
Preston Williams will get the bulk of the carries tonight as cousin Jamal's unavailable.
High formation and knifing through, dropping Williams for a loss of 1 on the play. That was Darius Graves, the defensive end and tight end for these Panthers. Putting in the work, getting the touchdown, now dropping Williams for a 2-yard loss all the way back to the 37. It will be 3rd and 8 from there. Mitchell has a tendency this year with the injuries, unable to get any kind of a passing game going. And they are going to have to show a passing game tonight. Here is the first attempt by T.J. Conklin, and he overthrows the intended receiver, Dante Russell.
Well, the problem was he had a lot of pressure in his face, and anybody will tell you, partner, that the one place a quarterback does not want to see a lot of pressure is right in his face. And that's what happened on that. Harrison got some very, very good penetration from the middle of the defensive line.
So now 4th and 8, punt formation. Chase Best back to kick it away for the Marauders.
Shanked it.
And this one well off the side of his foot. And check that back. That wasn't base. That was Raheem Stafford with the kick. And this ball might not even have made it past the need to gain mark of the 45. Looks like they're going to spot it at the Mitchell 41-yard line maybe. So excellent field position after the punt by the Marauders.
And Harrison will definitely take that, partner. They don't mind that at all.
Actually, they'll spot it at the Mitchell 44. So a punt of 4 yards. And back to the offense. This is Davis. And Davis on the keeper right up the middle. He will be brought down by John Moultrie.
Watch Davis take the snap, partner. He just took the snap and came straight upfield. The Mitchell defense, though, was able to rise to the occasion and hold that to a short game.
Moultrie and Paul, 2 of the offensive linemen, going both ways, playing the defense. Now here's a blitz, and this is Chris Ruck, the linebacker, able to get to Davis and drop him for a loss. It'll be a loss of 5 back to the 45. It'll make it 3rd and 11. So talk about a timely play for the Marauders defense as Ruck goes knifing through there.
Great penetration by the Marauder defense on this play, partner. Didn't give the Harrison offense a chance to even try to establish anything. That's what you want from your defensive line. Get in the backfield, and once you get back there, make a play.
Spread formation coming in motion, and the give off to the near side. This is Nick Hawkes, and Hawkes is going to be ahead for the first down to the 27-yard line. So he picks up 13 and the first down on the reverse to the right. There's a case of defensive assignment football.
Watch right here, partner, as he cuts back right there. Got a little lane he could run into. Mitchell defenders got there a little too late to stop him from getting ahead to get that first down.
Russell coming up on the near side, trying to make the seal. Anderson straight up the middle, met by a whole host of Marauders. Justin Paul looks to be getting off the bottom of the pile. He is joined by Chris Ruck. They'll spot the ball at the 31, a gain of just 1, bring up 2nd and 9 here.
And that makes the coaching staff happy, partner, when you see a play like that where you get upfield. And like I said, once you get upfield, make a play.
Spread formation for Davis. Quick pitch out to Anderson. Anderson has to stop for it, and that is going to be the end of that play. John Moultrie holding position on that line. Just bulldogs Anderson to the ground, or Johnson to the ground.
Yeah, that play didn't have a prayer, partner.
3rd and 9 coming from the 31.
Watch what happens here. When he pitches that ball out there, I got out of my screen there, but when he pitched that ball out, he pitched it behind the runner. You want to have that runner with momentum going toward the line, not coming back to grab the ball.
So big 3rd and 9, time for Mitchell's defense to get off the field. In motion now, a double reverse, and they've got the side sealed, and this is going to be Graves down the left side. He'll be ahead for the first down, pulls up just inside the 20, all the way down to the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, and yet another first down for the Panthers.
Well, watch this. You get your first handoff here, and then on the reverse, you come around, and that whole back side of that Mitchell defense was sucked into the play going to the left. They came back to the right, to their right, and no one's there to make a play before they can get that first down.
Mitchell with the 4-man front. The outside linebackers up on the line, spread formation. Now a keeper for Davis. Davis around the right-hand side. Chase Bessel wrap him up in the chest. Down to the 11, pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Mark it at the 12, it'll be 2nd and 3 from that point. But Harrison steadily moving the ball on this Mitchell defense.
Mr. Harrison may be a bigger threat with his legs than with his arm, partner, for what I'm seeing so far.
And Davis in trouble, and he will go down. Good penetration by that Mitchell defense. Chase Best on the tackle. I believe it was Chris Ruck that got there first and slowed him down. But I like the look of this Justin Davis, the quarterback for Harrison. 6 foot, 161 pounds.
But I also
seems to have a nice control of this offense.
I also like the defensive pressure that Mitchell applied. You see 4 Marauders in the backfield and 2 more were coming. That's the kind of pressure Coach Malloy wants to see put on this Harrison offense tonight.
It was Best the first one who got there, not Ruck. Now pressure again. Savoy with the miss. Flag behind the play in the backfield. And Davis is pushed out of bounds at the 4-yard line. But flag in the backfield. This one's probably coming back against Harrison.
Oh, I can guarantee it's coming back. If the referee throws a flag in that particular area, I guarantee you it's going to be holding. Anything else he'll throw for will be a face mask, and I didn't see that. So I think Alan Baccarella is going to back Harrison up 10 yards.
That is a spot foul, so from the 13, it'll come back to the 27 and become 3rd and 14 from there. Let's go to the field and Alan Baccarella for the official announcement.
Well, he's not going to give it to us. And speaking of which, partner, best team on the field tonight. Alan Baccarella is your referee. Your umpire will be Kurt Lambert. The linesman will be Sean Hunter. The line judge will be Leon Lohman. And the back judge is Jim Frederick. Best team on the field.
Did you say our good friend Kurt Lambert is down there in the stripes tonight?
He is.
Davis with the high snap, pulls it down, throws into the corner, and this one's going to be intercepted. Room to run up the field, but Graves makes a great tackle at the 18-yard line. So a return of 17 after the interception, and there is a sophomore mistake by this young quarterback. Had 2 receivers and threw it right in between them to the waiting Marauder, and the Marauders earn a hard-fought turnover at the goal line to stop this possession.
And what he's going to find, Barry, is that that's a pass you don't throw, and here's why. You're running toward the line of scrimmage. You do not have a receiver that was open. You had too many defenders in the area, not necessarily covering the receiver, but they were in the area. You could not put enough steam on the football to get it, to throw a pass in there. So you're going to have to learn when to pull that football down and just run and get what you can get out of the play and live to fight another day.
T.J. Johnson for Mitchell with the interception. So the score remains 6-0 Harrison. Mitchell with its second possession. Pitch out to Preston Williams, and he is going to be cut down in the backfield. Knifing through is Cameron Rideout, the linebacker, 5'9" senior, 175 pounds. And this ball will be back to the 15-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play will make it 2nd and 13 from the 15. If you're just joining us, Barry Reed, Walter Johnson, Haley Washington handling our sidelines duties tonight. We will bring in the third member of this broadcast from down on the field a little bit later. She did a great job handling the pregame duties. And the give straight up the middle to the 15-yard line. Pick up, or check that. Yeah, just to the 15, so back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1.
Now, speaking of Haley Washington, Barry, something happened recently to her Doherty volleyball team that she hasn't experienced a whole lot of. They didn't win a game. They must be slacking up there up at Doherty. I got to talk to Chris Noel about this, see what's going on.
10-1 on the season. They were playing, and we got this from the horse's mouth, so to say. They were playing in the Cherry Creek Bruin Classic. They had played their semifinal match to win their pool and go into the championship. Normally they get a 2-hour break as Conklin is out, and he's complete to Dante Russell. This will be a Mitchell first down out to the 35-yard line. There is that passing attack Mitchell needs so desperately to loosen this Harrison defense up, and it goes for 20 yards. Great pass from Conklin.
Outstanding pass. Watch Conklin roll out here, folks, and once he comes out, watch him set his feet. That was the key, and then he could get some steam on that football and get it up the field. Nice throw, nice completion.
Luis Venegas in the coverage. But Doherty dropped the championship game as they were exhausted. They only had 15 minutes to rest between the matches. But they responded by beating the #1 team in 4A, Lewis Palmer, just last night at the Doherty gym. Preston Williams thrown for another loss. It'll be back to the 31, and it'll be 2nd and 14 for the Marauders.
Well, Lewis Palmer just that was just a little bit of bad scheduling for them, because you don't want to get the champions after they've had a disappointment, and they came out and showed why they're the champions.
It went 5, and it was fantastic from the get-go. Double tight end set for Mitchell. Conklin back. They're going to throw the screen out here to Savoy. It'll be an incomplete pass. Savoy doing a great job of going back and covering up just in case.
Yeah,
but it will be 3rd and 13 for the Marauders.
Never assume that the officials are going to recognize that as a pass and not a play that would still be alive. See what Coach Malloy is going to dial up here on 3rd and 14, Barry. Got a lot of those in the playbook normally. I only tease because there's not a whole lot of 3rd and 14 plays, because you don't want to be in 3rd and 14 if you're coaching.
Well, traditionally 3rd and 14 for Mitchell is a run, because they have been strong enough in the past to get runs. But this is a trips left formation, shotgun for Conklin. We're going to have whistle stop the play before it gets underway. It's going to be encroachment, but they haven't signaled which way yet, and it's going to be against Harrison.
Oh, boy.
So that'll take a 3rd and 13 and make it a 3rd and 8.
Prior to the snap,
also a basketball official. That makes the job a little easier, partner, but it's still a little difficult with 3rd and 9 coming up. That's not an easy first down to get, but it does make it a little easier to obtain.
Trips to the left for the Marauders. Rolling out this side. They block Graves, and coming from the backside on the bull rush, making the hit for the sack. That was Nick Jaquez. And Jaquez, just one of those sophomores, 5'9", 150 pounds, but they were worried about Graves on the near side, and Jaquez comes off the backside for the sack. It'll be 4th and 17, loss of 9 on the play.
Watch this young man right here. He's the one's going to come in and make that sack, and he had a clear line to the quarterback. And actually, Mitchell was lucky that Conklin was able to hold on to that football, Barry, because he got hit pretty solid.
Punt formation. Stafford back to do the kicking duties. Much better kick. Takes a bounce, and it'll be down at the 40-yard line by T.J. Johnson. And that is where Harrison will start. So one completion of 20 yards after the interception, but Mitchell unable to do anything with it. And Harrison will start at their own 40 here. 1:25 left to go here in the first period. A chance for us to let you know that if you'd like to own a copy of this or any of the exciting action we have here on the District 11 channel, 3 ways you can order it. By email at channel16@d11.org, by phone at 520-2269, or you can go to the website. The online ordering form is up and working. That's d11.org. The quick links at the bottom of the page to D11 on TV, and then the order form on the upper left-hand side. The give off to Andrew Johnson, and Johnson is going to find the sledding tough, but he'll be ahead for a gain of 3 yards, bring up 2nd and 7. Johnson, 5'8", 166-pounder, a senior, had 56 carries coming in for 246 yards, averages about 4.4 per carry. Long run of 55, but it did not produce a touchdown. They will throw to him out of the backfield. He has 1 reception on the year. And again, he's getting the bulk of the work with Demetrius Graves suffering a concussion, but also Graves has a sprained knee.
Sprained him, yeah.
Ooh. And a big hit by Andre Savoy coming around the corner. That was Jaquez. This will be a gain of 4 out to the 48-yard line. Can bring up 3rd and 3. Inside of 20 seconds, and Al Mello looks content to call his offense over. That'll be the last play of the first quarter here from Gary Berry Stadium. And Harrison scoring on its opening possession. They go 80 yards in 3 plays, capped off by Graves running it in from 8 yards on the reverse. There you see the Harrison crowd over on the east side of the stadium. Homecoming here for Mitchell, looking down below. Pretty decent crowd below us. Andy King has the Mitchell band down there. There you see some of the Air Force Junior ROTC members.
Go Blue. Showing my service pride there, Bear.
And I found out that I will be sitting at Falcon Stadium watching former Palmer alum Dominic Ruffran and the Wyoming Cowboys take on the Air Force Falcons tomorrow night.
Well, you look out on the field, you'll see me down there with the camera taking some pictures of Dominic, and maybe we'll even have a chance to post 1 or 2 of them next week on the broadcast. But yeah, we'll both be in the stadium tomorrow.
My wife Debbie Reed is a 1975 or 1980 alum of the University of Idaho, and the Vandals came down to take on Wyoming a couple weeks ago, and that game was televised, so got a chance to see a little bit of Dominic Ruffran at that time, having quite the career as a receiver at Wyoming, like we knew he would after carrying the Palmer Terrors to the playoffs.
Now, partner, as if Debbie wasn't headed for sainthood anyway for being married to you. Having spent 4 years in Idaho, she's in. That's a done deal.
Ready to get underway. We've switched ends of the field. Mitchell showing run blitz, and they are going to get in there and stop Andrew Johnson. It'll be a loss of 1 back to the 47 and bring up 4th and 4 for the Panthers.
That was one of those hits, partner, where he was trying to go forward and the defense wanted him to go back, and the defense won. You saw him just stand straight up and then start going backwards as opposed to going forward.
John Moultrie in the heart of that defensive line.
And Harrison's going to go on 4th down, Barry. First questionable call of the night, I think.
Well, big for Mitchell. Tight end formation, Mitchell. Almello looking for the procedure call. Working the side judge, but no flag. And now Almello has to waste a timeout. Stepping into quarterback. That was Sam Garcia, the other sophomore. And Harrison was just trying to draw Mitchell into the offsides, which they didn't get. It would have been just enough for the first down.
And I think they did, partner. As I understand the rule, but I want to see this one more time because maybe I can understand why the official didn't throw the flag. I don't know if we got it on the replay or not, but I think I understand why the officials did not throw the flag on that play.
But Mitchell huddled up around Archie Malloy. Almello out there talking to the umpire and trying to make his piece heard. Let's take a look at it
right
the far
up here,
side.
folks. Watch these two players right here.
Justin Paul definitely into the neutral zone.
And let's see if he got into the. Ooh, yeah, he did. Because what we're looking for, did he cross the neutral zone? See, the neutral zone would be, well, actually it's more here of a neutral zone than there. But he definitely crossed into that neutral zone. And you don't have to make contact. That's what people might misunderstand. As long as you get into the neutral zone, then you're wrong. And I think
after the ready for play has been whistled.
Right.
If they hadn't whistled it ready for play, then no.
Yeah, the Harrison coaching staff, I think they've got a point on that one, partner.
Now it's a punt formation, and this is a poor kick, and it'll be out of bounds, so Harrison returns the favor. Where are they going to spot this one? They're still walking up the sideline. It's going to be at the 42 of the Marauders. So the kick travels 11 yards, and Mitchell will be in position. 10:57 left to go here in the second at their own 42-yard line. Neither team can complain about the field position they've had tonight.
Both teams should feel blessed by the field position they've had, partner. The problem is they haven't capitalized on it.
Harrison went 60 yards for their first touchdown, going north to south. Now the Marauders do the same. Give off to Williams with a whole slew of blockers out front, and Preston Williams lowering his shoulders, and he'll be down to the 38-yard line. Good, strong run there. It'll be a pickup on the play of 15 and a Mitchell first down.
That's the kind of running that Coach Malloy wants to see. Watch Mitchell. Williams could have been right there. He smelled that one, Barry, because he saw that opening on the outside, and he got out there in a hurry. Good pursuit by the Harrison defense. Stopped that from being an even bigger game.
Jaquez with the tackle, but you notice the two-handed cover-up by Williams, and now Williams is going to try the left side and lose 2 yards, bringing up 2nd and 12. Off the bottom of the pile was right out.
I think the Harrison defense was in the huddle, partner, because they were ready for that play. Just before the snap, they had a safety come up into the gap.
Harrison currently 0-3 in the 3A Southern League, but this team has 5 seniors that get any serious playing time, and Demetrius Graves was one, and the quarterback, Wall, was the other, and so there's 2 of the 5 out. If not this year, they will take their lumps. Next year and the year after is Russell. Oh, the pass is just out in front. Russell had split the seam right down the middle, and Conklin was a little too strong with the throw. But if not next year, the year after that, Harrison will be a team to watch in the 3A Southern.
Watch Russell sneak out from the right of your screen, folks, and watch this pass. Just outside of the fingertips. Another inch or two closer, and Russell may have even made a fantastic catch. Might not have been able to keep his feet, but he might have made the catch for the first down. I'd go back to that play, partner. That play looked pretty good to me. I'd go right back to it.
Conklin under center, double tight end formation for Mitchell. Now they want Russell down this near side, and that one well overthrown. Closest man to it was Jaquez, looking for an interception after his 42-yarder that went to the house last week against Woodland Park, and gave Harrison a short-lived 14-7 lead. Now Jaquez will drop back inside the 20-yard line to receive this punt. But the four-man rush for Harrison is all. Punt is underway. Takes a bounce. And now it'll be picked up by Jaquez. And he will be out to the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. 9:31, so following the punt. Mitchell may have turned the field over a little bit. That is the worst starting field position for Harrison.
And let's see if the defense can hold the Panthers and force them into a punt. That's what you would want right now, because you made the key point, partner. They've turned the field over. Now let's see if they can keep it over.
Five-man front. Chris Ruck has the high side. And Justin Paul the low side on Andrew Johnson. It'll be a short gain.
Barely got a yard, didn't he?
Pickup of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Gary Berry Stadium decked out in blue and orange for homecoming tonight. Davis back in at quarterback for Harrison. And he'll fake the give and keep it around the right-hand side, and he's got a lane to run through. Close to the first down sticks. The sticks get dropped as the players come out. They will spot him where? This drive started at the 16, so they spot him at the 15. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
That's where your defensive discipline has to come into play, partner, because even though he faked that ball going to the left, the folks on the right side of the left side of Mitchell defense, right side of Harrison offense, they've got to understand, they've got to stay disciplined, stay in your area, wait for that ball to come to you.
Davis with the give off. This is Johnson, and Andrew Johnson ahead for the first down and more out to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 10 and the first down.
Nice hard run there by Johnson. Only needed 1, but he got 10.
Harrison using a slew of backs out of the backfield.
Watch Johnson here. He gets that, and watch that hole open up for him right there. And even Walt could have ran through that, I think, partner. Not very far, mind you, but he could have ran through it.
Dante Russell grabbing him, making a good tackle in the open field. 1st and 10. Give the ball to Johnson around the right-hand side. Johnson is going to be swarmed under by a sea of orange. Moultrie in the vicinity, Paul in the vicinity.
That's good work by the Mitchell defensive line, partner, to make sure that they did maintain their discipline. Johnson came to him, and they put him on the ground.
Justin Paul, 2 weeks ago, had an ankle injury that had him sit out of that game, but back in, quick recovery. This is Graves out in the flat, makes a nice move to the inside. He'll be ahead close to the 50-yard line. They'll mark him at the 49-yard line. That is a gain of 13 and another Harrison first down.
Nice, simple pass play here, partner. All Harrison wants to do is get him out in space. So they throw the ball out there to him where he's in space. And then you see the Mitchell defenders now having to take angles and try to stop him. And that's not going to work for that young man.
Graves had 7 receptions for 86 yards and a touchdown, the lone touchdown in the air for Harrison. But tonight he has the touchdown on the ground. This snap to Davis is high, fumble on the ground. 3 Marauders there, but did Justin Davis get back down on top of it? And it looked like they did. They signaled second down. But it'll be a loss of 4 all the way back inside the 45-yard line. Mitchell has got to get a break on some of these turnovers. And there you see the young sophomore. High snap. And Moultrie makes the dive for it. Davis got down first.
Made a pretty good athletic play, partner, even to catch that football.
Now wing left to the tight end side. Pro set backfield. Coming around this near side is Johnson. And he'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. Pick up 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Harrison.
Now, neither one of these teams has shown the ability to throw the ball down the field the way you would want to in a 3rd and 10 situation, partner. Be interesting to see what the Harrison coaching staff comes up with on this play.
3rd and 10.
Running has been effective for him.
Load up the left-hand side of the line, give it off to Johnson on the right-hand side, and he is going to be met. Tim Allen shedding his block and dropping him for a little bit of a loss. It'll be 4th and 10.
And watch the defensive line for Mitchell, partner. Right here. 1, 2, 3 guys at the point of attack to make sure that Johnson could not get ahead and do any damage on that play. That's good defense by Mitchell. I know Coach Malloy's going to be happy about that play.
So punt formation on 4th down. Hawkes puts a foot into it. And this is going to take a Harrison roll and be down inside the 15-yard line at the 13-yard line.
They have touched it too soon, partner.
I was going to say, with the roll they had going, Russell was ranging over there, but he wasn't going to get to it. Harrison might have pinned Mitchell back inside the 10 if they'd have let it go. But our punt fest has continued. We've had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 5 punts tonight.
And to be honest with you, when I came to the stadium tonight, partner, I was expecting to see if athletic director Dave Eichmann was going to change some light bulbs out here tonight. I thought that scoreboard was going to light up so much.
So Mitchell starts from the 14, I formation, tight end to the right. Give it off to Williams. He'll lower his shoulder pads. Get across the 15 to the 16. Call it a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Without another threat in the backfield, it's hard to get a running game going if you're missing. Now watch Williams right here. You see how many Panthers show up? 1, 2, 3 coming from behind. There's a lot of Panthers coming for him. Even a 4th one shows up. They're keying on him right now. It's going to be hard for him to get this kind of space he's going to need.
Wing to the left side this time. Pitch it to Williams that way. He'll be ahead for another short gain. They will spot him at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. Yeah. Filling in for Williams, who has moved back to the tailback, is Jermaine Nelson, 25, and Marcus Cheney, 23.
And the other problem with that is Preston was such a good blocker, Barry.
And that's, I think, where Mitchell is losing it a lot now.
And so it's not so much the fact that Preston has to be a running back now. It's more the fact that who's going to block for him.
Offset I to the right-hand side, and we've got motion on the line.
Let's see, because I thought I saw Harrison move first, but
I thought I saw Graves get across or Pangelian. But they are talking to the Panthers, which means it'll go against the Marauders.
No, maybe not. Let's see. Alan Baccarella's gives us a signal here. Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense, Barry. Yeah,
5-yard penalty remains 3rd down.
So Graves draws the Mitchell offense into motion, which is illegal, and this is going to create a 3rd and 2 situation for Mitchell.
I thought that was going to be the case, partner, because I did see Graves get off first. Or at least I thought I did. and it was on that side where the official was looking right down the line, and he should have seen it also. So.
Darius Graves is the leader on this Harrison defense. He has 20 career sacks. So now 3rd and 2, load up the near side of the formation, pitch it to Williams, and Williams is out across the 35 with a first down. And a late body flying in for Harrison. And there is the flag on the field as they separate the two teams. We will wait to see this flag.
Watch Williams here, partner. He's going to find a hole, a lane right here. Whoops, right there. Forgive me. Right here is where that lane's going to be. And he'll get upfield. And then let's see if we stay on that.
We have dead ball, personal foul, number 54 on the defense.
And there's that.
Penalties enforced from the dead ball spot, 15 yards.
There's your penalty
first
right
down.
there.
Jason Sims with a push in the back on Chris Ruck. Sending Ruck flying onto the pile. Jason Sims, another one of those Panthers, just returning from injury. But there was a bit of a bonehead play that cost his team 15 yards.
Well, his ears are going to be injured in the locker room because coach is certainly going to talk to him about that play.
3:31 left to go. Mitchell with the penalty is across midfield at the 49, 1st and 10. Give it to Williams, and Williams able to break through the initial contact. And he will be ahead for a gain of 2 down to the 47-yard line. Time ticking inside of 3 minutes. 6-0 our score. It has been that way since the 52-second mark of the first period as Harrison got the ball and went 60 yards in 3 plays. Load up the line to this side. TJ Conklin going to throw it down for Russell on the sideline. Contact down there. I saw jerseys grabbed, but I think it was incidental on both, so no flag comes out. And it will be 3rd and 8 for the Marauders, but the clock stops with 2:33 before the half.
Let's take a look at this partner and let's see what happens down the field here. I don't know if we're going to get down to the receiver, pick it up. There's the ball going into the air, and a little hand-to-hand combat down there by both players. A little innocent jostling. Good no call on that one, I think.
Ball about
Timeout.
3 yards
Harrison.
overthrown.
That's their
Almello
second
takes
charge
the timeout. Chance for us to remind you that if you'd like to own a copy of this or any of the exciting action on the District 11 channel, 3 ways you can do it. First is by email at channel16@d11.org. The second by phone at 520-2269. Or you can order online at d11.org. The bottom of the page is a quick link section for D11 on TV, and in the upper left will be the order form. Fill that out, just $3. We'd also like to take this time to thank Louis Pizza for providing dinner for the staff and student volunteers bringing you tonight's production. Louis Pizza is a longtime supporter of School District 11. Call one of Louis' 5 locations to find out more about their Straight A program, rewarding students with free pizza for their academic achievements. Our thanks to Louis and all his staff at Louis Pizza for all they do for the students of District 11. Conklin will be in the shotgun here on 3rd and 8. Looking to the left, flag coming back, complete out to Russell. Russell makes a nifty move, finally falls out of bounds, but a flag in the backfield. This is probably coming back.
During the play, holding number 4 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains 3rd down.
So Preston Williams just off your camera picking up an outside rusher.
There was a nice throw and catch, though, there, partner, to Russell down the field. And we have to duplicate that now because he's coming back and going to be 10 yards further than they were when they started the last time.
And actually, with the spot foul nature of the holding, it'll be marked off from the 47 all the way back to the 38. So that'll bring up 3rd And doing my math here, 23 yards.
I'm glad you didn't need any help on that.
Well, I glanced over at the scoreboard to see if Steve Servey and everybody down there in the booth would have it correct, and Steve's math is quicker than mine.
Well, he's
but
just
I
got
can't
back from
confirm.
Hawaii. He should be quick with math.
Conklin back, third and a country mile. Now under pressure, steps up. Graves got the first man to him. Ball loose. And who is on top of it? So Darius Graves, the career sack leader for Harrison, creates another fumble. And Conklin is up and limping off the field as he got his ankle spun. And this is going to force Andre Savoy back into the quarterback duties. But now we wait for a Mitchell punt at 4th and 36. And a good kick fielded by Jaquez. They're going to run a reverse. This is Justin Davis, and Davis gets leveled by Preston Williams at the 49. And Harrison will start at that point. But Harrison, 51 yards, 1:20 left to go on the clock to build on this 6-0 lead. At the 49-yard line. Justin Davis, number 3 there in your screen, the 6-foot sophomore going most of the way at quarterback tonight. Spread formation for the Panthers. Gets the snap, he'll keep it to the right, and Chris Ruck is going to knife in and cut him down. This will be a big loss on the play. Let's see where they mark it. They will spot him about the 30 or 44-yard line. So it'll be a loss of 5 on the play, giving that as the forward progress. But Chris Ruck knifing through and creating the tackle for loss. And the timeout taken. Timeout on the field, 54 seconds left to go before the half. Coaches gathering their teams out there on the field. Coming up at halftime, we will have a word with each of the coaches as Haley Washington is ready for those interviews as you see the homecoming crowd here on the west side of Gary Berry Stadium tonight. And also Haley will have an interview with the homecoming king and queen for the Marauders as it is homecoming here for Mitchell tonight. Keys for Harrison were to stop the Williamses. Well, they've done a pretty good job on Preston Williams. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, and they've done a pretty good job of hanging on to the football. They have dropped it a couple times, but been fortunate enough to get it right back. Keys for Mitchell were to protect the football and defensive assignments. For the most part, they've been pretty good. They did give up the one quick drive on the first drive of the game. Graves on the reverse, but they have gotten pressure into the backfield. And they have been pretty stout on the sweeps left and right. But they trail by 6 with 54 seconds left. Now Harrison loads up the left-hand side, and they will send Johnson around to that side. Johnson's going to have a short gain. He'll gain 3 out to the 47-yard line. And Tim Allen with the tackle. Timeout on the field. I believe this one was taken by Harrison. The previous was taken by Mitchell. Well, Mitchell has taken them both. So each team with 1 timeout remaining. It's 3rd and 15 from the 44-yard line, or from the 47-yard line. So Mitchell hoping for one more shot if they can stop Harrison here at midfield and get another short punt. Good news for Mitchell. TJ Conklin down on the side testing that ankle. Snapping some throws off to Jacoby Chalmers. Big play here for the Mitchell defense. Johnson around the right-hand side. Somebody's got him by an ankle. He breaks free of that, but he will be shy of the first down. It'll be inside the Mitchell 45, and the timeout is taken. And timeout taken by Mitchell, so that is the third and final of the first half for Archie Malloy. And it might benefit Harrison as they have a 4th and 3 decision coming here. They need to get to the 41-yard line. As you take a look at the pileup. So Archie Malloy and his staff out in his defensive huddle. Back and forth ball game. Touchdown, interception, and a whole bunch of punting going on. 6 punts as they getting a look at the helmet of Micaiah Heaslip Johnson. Heaslip Johnson pressed into little duty on the offensive line with the injury last week to Chris Montoya. And now a reset of the tight end to the right-hand side. Punt formation. Russell will field this one at the 15-yard line and be drugged down immediately. Great coverage downfield by the Panthers. And Mitchell will have 23 seconds and 85 yards worth of field to cover. Two-thirds of the way through September here. A beautiful night for football. A huge moon rising over the northeast stands on the far side. We'll try to get a picture of that as it rises a little bit farther. The orange glow, not quite as rich as that Mitchell orange, but maybe that'll be a good sign for the Marauders. Good sign for the Marauders is the return of number 11, TJ Conklin, who left the game limping just a few minutes ago. So Mitchell from their own 15. And a big hole for Preston Williams. He'll be out to the 23. It'll be a gain of 8 before he is smothered, and now one of the Panthers very slow to get up. You see him covering that ball. Big, powerful runner gets tripped up low by Andrew Johnson. And then Ben Janelian with the hit up top. But that is the end of the first half. Harrison scores on the opening drive, and they have made it hold up through the first 24 minutes. They lead 6-0 as we send the teams to the locker room. Haley Washington walking alongside Al Mello as they are setting up for that interview. You see the teams making their way to the huddle, the officials making their way into their locker room. And it looks like we have head coach Al Mello down on the field with Haley Washington. Let's throw it down to Haley.
Hey, Coach, so we expected to see more scoring in this game. It's kind of crazy that it's turned into an offensive battle. How do you feel about that?
Well, hey, Walt will tell you, Barry, I like that low-scoring stuff. You know, but it's a good high school football game. You know, two proud schools that play hard. You know, they're well coached, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Do you expect to see more offensive fireworks second half? Is that what you're planning?
Hey, I would love to see it, but yeah, we're just going to try to do what we can do to win a football game, and hopefully we take care of business.
Cool, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Coach.
Good job.
Back up to you, Barry.
Thank you very much, Haley, and we will wait to hear the words of Archie Malloy after halftime. It is homecoming here for the Mitchell Marauders. There you see members of the Air Force JROTC program at Mitchell, the award-winning Air Force JROTC program. We will turn it over to the halftime festivities here from Gary Berry Stadium. It is 6-0 in favor of the Panthers.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we begin to coaches down on the ground. After we get to TCC students to the winner. Okay, so this time we are honored to present the 10th annual Shirley Tompkins Spirit of Victory Award. Shirley Tompkins understood what it meant to be a true good Marauder, and she modeled that in her efforts in the Mitchell community. She is the chairperson of the promotions committee for the Mitchell High School Athletic Community.
Graduation marks a significant event in every student's life. It's significant because it's the completion of a journey students began years ago. At the same time, it's a passport to their future. And when you see the students and the emotion that is part of that day, there's excitement. There's a little sadness to leave friends as they embark on their new lives. There's a little anxiousness. And when you see all those emotions wrapped up inside of that day, you know it's a special day for them. You know, I think it's important that each of those students receive their moment in time as they get their diploma. And I think it's important that each of them are recognized as their name is called. As they walk across that stage, that's their moment. That's their moment in time to be seen as a graduate of Colorado Springs School District 11. The outcome of all our efforts is the handshake, sealing the deal as our students walk the stage at graduation. It symbolizes our core business, educating students. The walk of a graduate across the stage is the moment of real reward for all of us. When I shake each of their hands, every one of them is different. Every one who crosses that stage is different. Their handshake is different. Some are rough hands, some are soft hands. Some of them add a hug to their handshake. Some of them aren't sure which hand to extend. But they are all so different. And that's how I look at each one of them as they cross that stage, from the first to the last. What is not different is the smile on their faces. It's just a great day for students, their parents, and their families. Everyone is so excited, both at the completion and the hopeful future that graduation represents. If you're like me, graduations fuel that desire to continuously create awesome for the following year's graduates. So I begin thinking about the next school year during our graduation season. What's it going to be like next year when we have another class graduating? I start shaping my thoughts and begin working towards creating awesome for the next school year. I think about the fact that every single employee in our district pays the pathway to this day, our students' journey. Imagine our 2013-14 8th grade students who are so excited to only have a year left in middle school. This is our class of 2018, and our middle schools, they prepare them for that every day. Our first grade through 5th grade teams are preparing for the classes of 2021 to 2025. Imagine the number of bus rides, the number of meals, the number of tutoring hours to reach this day. Imagine the number of supervision hours, comforting hours to reach this day. Just imagine the number of addressed maintenance needs to reach this day. Just imagine the collective efforts that allow a district to meet this day. It is truly a result of a synergy of effort. Let's welcome our 2013-2014 kindergartners. Their journey is just starting, and we will all work to create awesome for them so that they can reach that day and be the graduating class of 2026. The bottom line for me, Public education is a foundational piece of American society. Being that foundational piece is important to not only our graduates and their families, but also our community. For me, it's who I am. I stand up for public education. When you look at our students who walk across that stage, it's incumbent upon us to provide the best quality education we can provide them. That is our goal. That is what drives us every day when we choose to create awesome in the classroom, on the school bus, in the cafeteria, in the office. That is why I get up every morning, to make sure when our students walk through our doors that they are going to receive a quality D11 education. As I listen to the students who speak at graduations each year, they speak to their peers and reflect on their years in school and the future. Then they turn their focus to when they cross that stage, what their future holds, and who they will become, the future leaders in our society. And guess what? They become what they once dreamt. I've seen it happen. Our graduates are in this community and all over the world, creating success for themselves and their communities and giving back. We all should be proud of the awesome work we do to get our students to this point. It is why we do what we do.
The mission of the Grand Friends program is to place senior citizen and retired volunteers from our community into district classrooms. With this program, District 11 strives to unite two very important segments of our community, our elders and our youth.
Now that my children are married and living too far away, I'm not really that involved with my own grandchildren. So this is just something I've always been interested in and helping out in the schools.
It's also helped keep me in touch with what's going on in the schools. I've developed an enormous admiration for school teachers, and I think we ask our school teachers to do an awful lot, and we don't always recognize how well they do at it.
And anything that you can do from a volunteer perspective and working with children, that's huge. I look at our Grand Friends as being priceless and our most valuable resources in schools.
The wisdom and experiences of our past and the creativity and energy of our future come together to improve the academic achievement of our young people. Grand Friends volunteers are an integral part of the educational team, preparing every student for a world yet to be imagined. We encourage retired and senior citizens with all kinds of backgrounds to serve as talented mentors to our students. The students benefit not only from the Grand Friends knowledge, but also from the relationships they develop with the Grand Friends.
I have a whole lot of experience, and by sitting down with these kids and working one-on-one and we're doing different lessons, I can sometimes interject certain things about my background and my travel to give these kids a little more knowledge than a normal classroom teacher is able to do.
The Grand Friends that I've had are sometimes former educators, sometimes not. One of mine's been an engineer. So they come from different walks of life. And they bring enthusiasm to the students, enthusiasm for their learning, and they collaborate together in a very positive way. But they stay on their mission, they stay on focus on whatever it is their objectives or learning objectives are.
I would say that the impact they can have, you don't know until you get into the classroom. It's your life experience that the students are so wanting to hear, and it comes even better, I think, from someone who wasn't in the education field, because the students have been fed with that their whole lives, that it's nice to hear from someone who wasn't in the education field and can kind of give some of that life experience and let the children see these options that they have when they grow up, and their attention is more focused when we have the Grand Friends in there. I think it's something that's very valuable to the students, that the Grand Friends realize as soon as they step in the classroom.
Because many of the kids I work with are kids who either have been told or have decided that they can't do math. They don't have much confidence in their ability to handle it. And if I can build up some confidence in them, if I can show them that somebody really does care about whether or not they succeed or fail, and get them some individual attention, I think that that seems to help.
You will find Grandfriends in our schools, assisting students with literacy, writing, math, and science skills in all grade levels from elementary to adult education. Grandfriends also help in libraries and with clerical work to provide assistance to teachers and staff.
And I'm a classroom volunteer. When the kids are working on a worksheet or trying to do their homework, I'm available to help them along with the teacher in the room. And I think that's useful because these kids are the kids who really need the most individual attention.
They need to have people who are willing to help and show interest in having them improve, and so having a grandfriend and someone they can talk to is very helpful.
Teachers, principals, and school staff continually praise the addition of Grandfriends to their schools. In the classroom, teachers lean on the Grandfriends for many tasks.
I, as a teacher, have hours and hours of work I need to do for one-on-one assessments with students, and when the Grandfriends can step in and assume that role, it gives me additional time for instruction with those students, so I can see greater growth.
I have a lot of kids who are homeless or in foster care and don't have the privilege or to be able to have an elderly person in their life, and a Grandfriend can serve that purpose. The children are really receptive to them when they're here.
They are there because they really care about children. And I'm excited that she's going to be with me each week with the students, which at first it was every other week, because she really wanted to develop a relationship and more contact with the students. So that's just valuable. You can't package that. That's something that comes from the heart.
And it's not only the students who are enriched by the interaction.
Oh, it's just a wonderful experience. If you enjoy children, this is the place to be.
Well, this is probably, of all the volunteer work I've done, off and on, the most enjoyable thing I've done. And I feel good when I leave here because I hope that somehow during the day these kids get maybe a little more one-on-one or a pat on the back or a little more confidence building that I can give them where the teacher doesn't have that kind of time to do it.
I would say Grandfriends is a great place to volunteer. First of all, they have opportunities at all grade levels. So wherever you feel that you would be interested in working, they can find a place for you.
I would tell prospective volunteers that it can be very rewarding. It stretches you a little bit, absolutely. It asks you to do some things you probably haven't done before unless you've been a teacher. But I think the payoffs are very large.
So share a lifetime of experience. Make a true difference in a child's life. For more information or to become a Grandfriend, call the Colorado Springs School District 11 Volunteer Services Department at 520-2202.
Colorado Springs School District 11 has an exciting new early college program offering high school students the opportunity to earn an associate's degree or up to 60 college credits for free. The Roy J. Wasson Academic Campus is the new location for the early college high school as well as the district's alternative programs, all in one convenient central location. Students will develop a 4-year plan to help determine the college-level coursework needed to support their academic and career goals. Classes will count for high school graduation requirements as well as college credit. Students not completing their Associates of Arts degree or the 60 credit hours that can be applied to a 4-year bachelor's degree within the 4 years will have an opportunity to attend a 5th year to work towards completion. Also located at the Wasson campus is the Bijou School, where students assume responsibility for regular attendance, time management, and self-discipline for their own academic progress. Bijou classes are smaller with individualized instruction based on a rigorous, standards-based curriculum, providing a solid foundation to build promising futures. The Bijou staff creates supportive relationships that offer respect and understanding with students that are keys to a successful education. The Tesla Educational Opportunity School provides young adults who experience difficulties in traditional schools an alternative way to earn a diploma. Tesla offers a middle school, high school, and parenting program that is designed to meet the individual learning styles and needs of the student. The high school offers smaller classes with self-paced instruction so students experience success, putting them on a path to graduation. Springs Community Night School is an innovative educational program for students 17 to 21 years of age, wanting to recover credits for graduation to earn their high school diploma. The school operates from late afternoon into the evening only 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday. All students need an opportunity to learn in an encouraging environment that fosters engagement, providing rigorous curriculum and holds students responsible for performing at high academic levels. This is Springs Community Night School. Achieve 612 is District 11's online school, providing students with an academic program built around 21st century skills to prepare them for the future. Achieve 612 utilizes an engaging web and text-based curriculum aligned to local, state, and national standards. Personalized learning is achieved through the use of diagnostic assessment, learning styles inventories, and individual feedback. Achieve 612 is one of the few online schools where opportunities exist for students and families to interact socially through the optional school outings, field trips, and other social events. The Digital High School is District 11's credit recovery program, offering junior and senior students the chance to obtain their high school diploma. Based on the one-room schoolhouse where students simultaneously study several different subjects, Digital High School students are given that final boost they need to graduate with a high school diploma. Career Pathways is a series of articulated educational and training programs and services that enable students to advance over time to successfully higher levels of education and employment in a given industry or occupational sector. The program currently has 3 main components: automotive, culinary and hospitality, and health science. In automotive, students will explore a variety of hands-on technical approaches to repairs, metalwork, refinishing, window tinting, and glass installation. Culinary and hospitality utilize the ProStart program, which is a nationally certified program and is articulated with Pikes Peak Community College. This program is about the study of food preparation, lodging, customer service, and business management. The Health Science Pathway ensures its students a smooth transition from high school into meaningful employment in the health science field, with classes like law and ethics in health, medical terminology, and EMS first responder. The Adult and Family Education Family Literacy Program has been providing adult basic education, adult secondary education, GED preparation, English as a second language, and family literacy courses in El Paso County since 1964. The goal of the program is to offer motivated adults the opportunity to improve their basic skills, obtain a GED, or improve their English language skills in order to achieve success as parents, citizens, and workers. The Roy J. Wasson Academic Campus, providing excellent, distinctive educational experiences that equip students for success today and in the future. Your future depends on your decisions today. Colorado Springs School District 11. The world is changing. Meet the future. An opening drive touchdown by the Harrison Panthers. It is 6-0 as we get ready for the second half here at Gary Berry Stadium. Haley Washington has a word with Archie Malloy.
Hey, Coach. So what did you think about your performance in the first half?
Well, I thought that we played better as the half went along. We got off to a very slow start, both sides of the ball, but I thought we picked it up here, and hopefully that momentum will carry into the second half.
So momentum, is that what you're expecting to see the second half?
Most definitely. We get the ball first, and we're going to see what we do with it. Hopefully we'll march now, get some points on the board, and stem the tide in this thing.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Good luck. Thanks. Back to you, Barry.
Thank you very much, Haley. And there you see Archie Malloy. They get the ball first here. A chance to answer this touchdown by Harrison. As we get ready to go in the second half, looking at TJ Conklin down on the field, warming up, a little bit gimpy on that right ankle. But he is able to hobble back, and there's nothing wrong with that rifle of a right arm the young man possesses. So let's hope if he can get enough protection to get some passes downfield. And a beautiful late September evening for football. I was just down on the field during some of the halftime festivities. It is shirt and, I don't know about shorts weather, but a beautiful moon over Gary Berry Stadium as well, as you see some of the fans filing back in. Our beautiful moon sitting there orbiting. And coming up here in a week or so, we should have a beautiful harvest moon where it's about twice that big and a nice Mitchell orange. But Mitchell is trying to get that orange into the end zone down on the field here. They have averaged 20 points a game in the first 4 games of the season. And nothing tonight, so maybe they're getting ready to unload on those 20. We will find out. There you see some of the homecoming crowd. Here in a couple of minutes, we will have a word with the homecoming queen for the Mitchell Marauders. And there you see a shot of the Mitchell sidelines. Cheerleaders taking a break. Student body was down in here, student council, filling up all those balloons, running the streamers as you get a good shot of the Marauders gathering around head coach Archie Malloy. Let's take this opportunity to thank once again Louie's Pizza for providing dinner for the student volunteers and production staff bringing you tonight's broadcast. Louie's Pizza is a longtime supporter of School District 11. Call one of Louie's 5 locations to find out more about their Straight A program, rewarding students with free pizza for their academic achievements. Our thanks to Louie and all his staff at Louie's Pizza for all they do for the students of School District 11. Mitchell to receive. Harrison making its way to the field right now. Halftime adjustments, Walt Johnson, can be so important in both of these teams, making them. And I almost saw a little bit of surprise on Almelo's face with that quick first touchdown, as his team has struggled a little bit. 2 touchdowns last week, special teams and defense, no offensive totals. But, 3 plays, 60 yards in the touchdown early, but really nothing since, and Mitchell has been there defensively.
Yeah, I'm about to surprise, but I know he's happy about it.
Taken at the 25 and dropped at the 31-yard line. On the return for the Marauders, I believe that was Jermaine Nelson, who was one of the 2 young men stepping into that fullback role.
I was looking around for a flag, partner, because I heard a whistle blow after the play that normally indicates a flag, but none was dropped on that play, so Mitchell will go. The one thing that I was on the field talking down on the field, the one thing I'm impressed with tonight is the tackling on both teams, but it was a pretty good tackling out there tonight.
Mitchell just a couple of first downs in that first half. Harrison a little more efficient moving the ball. Short gain for Preston Williams. Less than a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 10. I officially had Mitchell for just 2 first downs in that first half.
That's what I had him for too, partner.
8 for the Harrison Panthers unofficially. Should be pretty close. Just a 6-0 ball game as these defenses have taken advantage of the inefficiencies of each of the offenses. Coming out past to Dante Russell. Mitchell opening things up, and Russell is out to the 42-yard line, and that'll be enough for a gain of 11 and a first down for the Mitchell Marauders. Good pitch and catch. TJ Conklin able to plant on that right ankle.
Nice throw out here, partner. Look at that throw. Able to get momentum going up the field. As a receiver, you like to get that. You like to have your momentum going up the field. He was able to do that on that play.
That's one of the toughest throws. Talk to any pro or college scout. They're looking for a quarterback that can throw that 15 to 20 yard out and have enough zip on the ball. 5-man front, and Harrison jumps across, and that'll be 5 free. Jason Sims back from the injury, trying to get an early start, and took that step into the neutral zone and just kind of held it, saying, whoops, they got me.
And sometimes when you get into that zone, partner, and you say to yourself, there ain't no sense me moving back. They done caught me already.
So 1st and 5 for the Marauders. Johnson goes in motion. Load up the left side of the line, give it back to the right, out to the 50-yard line. Is Preston Williams. That's a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Marauders. How many yards do you have for Williams?
Well, I got him unofficially for 35 yards on 12 carries. Of course, we got a lot of those negative yardage plays, but 35 for 12 right now. We'll watch Williams.
Barry Sanders, one of the great running backs in the NFL, had more negative plays than he did positive plays. And this one's going to be another positive play.
Negative.
Getting back Jason Sims, the first one through. And Pangelian caps it off. That is going to be a loss all the way back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 4, and that will bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, you saw the penetration by the Harrison defensive line, and that's what caused that play to be unsuccessful. Now Mitchell's got a makeable 3rd and 6 here.
Load up the left side of the formation. Throw the quick slant to Russell. Russell's got it. Forward progress is going to be an important mark here. Russell caught the ball right at the sticks. They're going to mark him at the 49 of Harrison. That is going to bring up 4th and 1, just a yard short. But another strong throw by TJ Conklin.
And I think the offense is on the field, partner. Looks like they might be going here. I think Coach Malloy has enough faith in his defense that should they not get this first down, they can hold them. And to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with this call right now. If I was down there and Coach Malloy asked me, I'd tell him, let's go.
3 receivers to the right of the formation. Look for quarterback sneak. Conklin puts his head down. Did he get enough? Looking at the side judge, he might be about half a football shy.
I don't like that spot. I don't like that spot.
I think they're going to have to bring the chains in. And, folks, this is right in front of my partner and I as we look out the window.
Yeah, you probably got to buy a half a football, nose of the football maybe.
Officials timeout. They will bring the chains in from the far side.
I don't like that spot, but I think he's going to get it by half a football, Barry.
Kind of a deceptive angle as the ball is just off to the side. Look at the markers on the far side. You know, probably 4 inches shy of the 48, and then try to use a little geometry to draw some arrows there.
I tell you what, partner, it's going to be either 4 inches he got it or 4 inches he didn't. As I'm looking, it's right in front of us. I'm looking straight down the field here. He either barely got it or he's going to barely miss it. And yep, he barely missed it.
The final link, Harrison holds. So the gamble by Archie Malloy does not pay off. Harrison holds, and now it is time for that Mitchell defense to rise up.
Well, I didn't like the spot, partner. I'll be honest with you, and I said that even before this change the measurement. I didn't like the spot. I thought he got more out of that than he was given credit for. on that play. But
the initial push, and then he got bent back a little bit. So, when we look at that on film, again, it might be the correct call.
It might be.
As you see Conklin on the bottom of that pile with a Panther on top of him and back about the 49 after that push. So Mitchell will turn it over on downs this time, and Harrison has it from the 49-yard line. They'll give the ball to Andrew Johnson, and he'll be off the right side for a short gain. Pick up a 4 on the play, bring up 2nd and 6.
Let's watch Johnson here. Probably get this handoff. He's going to come around that right side. Not a whole lot working over there. The Mitchell defense is doing a good job of maintaining that discipline over there.
Tim Allen coming around the corner. Johnson again gives to the right side, and Allen is there to meet him once again. Short gain of 2. This will bring up 3rd and 4 for Harrison.
Johnson's been pretty busy tonight too, Brad, but he's only got 41 yards to show for it. Let's watch the Mitchell defense doing some tackling here, partner. Watch the orange shirts that show up here.
And Tim Allen for a 3rd play in a row. You can see him, pretty solid tackle. Run off that right side once again. The homecoming queen, Andre Savoy, with the tackle, but it's at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down for the Harrison Panthers.
I think he would prefer to be the homecoming king, Barry.
A homecoming king, did I say king? Well, here in just a moment, we're going to have Haley Washington with an interview with our homecoming queen from down on the sideline. And Andre Savoy, the homecoming king for Mitchell. Could not celebrate. His mom represented him out there on the presentation as he was in the huddle listening to his coach.
Oh, he should have been listening to his coach.
Give off coming the other side. This is Hawkes, and Hawkes is going to drive his legs hard close to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 4, bring up a 3rd and 6 for Harrison.
Harrison's been very, very patient with the running game tonight, Barry, because I think they feel as though that's going to be their best chance to win this football game, and we got an equipment timeout on the field, partner.
One of the Marauders putting their shoes back on.
Yeah, blew a tire.
7:06 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 for Harrison. Nose of the ball on the Mitchell 35-yard line. Field position, such a great story in the first half for Harrison, but they were unable to capitalize on it.
Yeah, something got to be.
And John Moultrie in the backfield in a great form tackle on Johnson, Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, boy,
that is going to be a loss of 3 back to the 38-yard line.
Well, either the Mitchell defensive line got a great read off the snap, Barry, or they were a little early, I thought, but no call on that play. Back the Panthers up a little bit.
That was one of those, you see about 8 guys going simultaneously from different spots. But Moultrie with just a crushing hit.
Nice block.
And
nice
this
play.
is Darius Graves. He's going to have his 2nd touchdown of the night. Great fake by Sam Garcia, who's in at quarterback. Garcia got Mitchell's defense working to the east side of the field, their left, and then throws it back to Darius Graves, and that is just the 2nd passing touchdown for Harrison on the year, and it gives them a 12-0 lead. Now interesting here, will they try to kick the extra point or will they go for 2?
I'm pretty sure they're going to go for 2.
And make it a 14-point advantage.
I'm pretty sure they'll go for 2.
The way their defense has been able to control this Mitchell offense, it would be a safe bet to go for 2. And they will run Sam Garcia, the sophomore, in there. It was Garcia with the pass. Offset, or pro set for Harrison. 2 receivers to the right. Give it off to Anderson around the right side. And he is going to be shy of the goal line. So the two-point conversion fails, but Graves with his second touchdown of the night has given the Panthers a 12-0 lead midway through the third period. 6:04 left to go, and it is 12-0 in favor of the Harrison Panthers.
Excellently executed play, that last offensive play by the Panthers, Barry. And there was a great block on the backside that allowed that pass to even be thrown. And once Graves got that ball out in the open like he did, it was clear sailing going to the end zone.
Both of these teams coming in looking for win number one. Harrison 0-3. Mitchell 0-4 as they played on 0 week down in La Junta. And right now, Harrison with the 12-point advantage.
It's time for the Mitchell offense now to show some life, partner. They haven't shown a whole lot of life tonight, so let's see if they can show some life here.
Johnson with the kick. It'll be taken on the fly at the 20 by Dante Russell. Russell looked like he was going to break a tackle and get to the outside. Now a big rugby scrum comes in there, but they will blow the play dead at the 33-yard line. So for Darius Graves, a little bragging rights tonight as brother Demetrius is injured and will not go, suffering a sprained knee after he's recovering from his concussion. And he is a huge part of the Harrison track team, and Al Mello very sensitive about not wanting to ruining the future life and career, as this one's batted down by Graves. Graves feeling it now, partner. He's got two touchdowns tonight. His team's winning. Defense is looking impressive. And now he's got a knockdown.
He's played some pretty good defense tonight. But let me tell you something. I talked to his brother before the game, and he said he should be back next week, and definitely will be back in time for the Harrison-Sierra game. And you can relate to that. All I got to do is say Mitchell Watson to you, and you can understand what Sierra Harrison means.
We have our homecoming queen for the Marauders. After this play, we will go to Haley Washington, the third member of our broadcast team. 2nd and 10. Pressure coming on. This throw to Chase Bess over the middle will be complete, and it'll be good for 5 out to the 38-yard line and bring up 3rd and 5 for the Marauders. Now down trackside, Haley Washington has the Mitchell homecoming queen.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm down here with Genevieva Lopez, who got homecoming queen for Mitchell. That's awesome. How does it feel to be nominated by your classmates as homecoming queen?
It feels really exciting. I wasn't expecting this, but it feels really good to represent my school and my senior class.
That's awesome. What do you plan to do after high school? Now that you have homecoming queen under your belt, what do you want to do outside of high school?
I plan on getting into the medical field. If not, Air Force, my second choice.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear about that. Well, congratulations. Fantastic. Good job. Good luck this school year, and have fun at your dance tomorrow.
I will. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Haley. Flags fly as Mitchell comes to the line on 3rd and 5. Harrison pointing the way of the Marauders.
As you would expect. Two great choices by
the snap. Delay a game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Made 3rd down.
So Darius Graves wins an argument with the officials.
Oh, of course.
He was down there lobbying, pointing towards the Marauders after he jumped a couple times on defense, costing his team 5.
I was going to say two great choices by the homecoming queen, Barry. Either the medical profession or the Air Force, and I like either choice.
3rd and 10, Conklin out, and this one's going to be nearly intercepted. Dante Russell had to switch up and play a little defense. I think that ball was intended out in the flat for Stafford, Hakeem Stafford. But Luis Venegas was the closest to it.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there, partner.
Oh, no, the throw was intended for Russell.
It was intended for Russell,
right there.
but the Harrison defender was in better position to get the ball than Russell was. Now watch this, partner. Watch once he throws this ball out here. He actually had a better shot at that football than the receiver did. And had Russell not grabbed his arm, he may have been heading back the other way.
Stafford gets a good kick away down to the 31-yard line. Jaquez with a big return. He brought one back 70 on the kickoff. Last week against Woodland Park. This one he picks up at the 31-yard line and brings it back 33 yards. So once again, Harrison starting in Mitchell territory.
I thought there may have been a block in the back on that one, partner, but no call on that. But good return by the Panthers, Barry, and they're set up in pretty good shape here.
In Mitchell territory to start a drive. They've done that quite a few times tonight.
Yes, they have. Too many times for Coach Malloy's liking, I'll bet you.
Well, just twice tonight, but they started a couple at the 49 on their own side of the field, so close to Mitchell territory. Handoff straight up the middle. Making the tackle on the play is Paul Seipert. Bring up 2nd and 9 from the 45 of the Marauders.
Okay.
Justin Paul Seipert. Tim Allen, part of that defensive front for the Marauders. This is Andrew Johnson around the right-hand side, fumbles it. Dante Russell picks it up in the air on the interception and down the left side. Cuts it back in, and he will be swarmed under, but he'll return it into Harrison territory to the 33-yard line. We do have a flag back at the 48 on the Harrison sideline.
Yeah, it's going to be Mitchell's ball.
Post-turnover penalty.
Now watch this run here, partner. Now that ball's going to pop out right into his arms there. Let's see if we can kick another angle on that, partner. We'll see if we can get the ball popping out. Now watch Johnson going through the line there. Now watch the ball's going to fly out, and there it is. Picked up on the fly by Russell. If he could have made one man miss there, he could have gotten into the end zone, partner. That one man made a difference.
Sam Garcia was in at quarterback.
Let's see what Alan Baccarella's got here. He's going to...
This is against Mitchell, and it is going to cost them huge, but they will maintain possession. Instead of starting inside the 30 of Harrison, they will start at their own 41. Hanging on to the football was a key for Harrison tonight. That is the first turnover by fumble. T.J. Johnson has an interception, so two turnovers for Harrison.
Watch the run coming around this side here, Barry. Now he outside was taken care of, so he wants to cut it back here, but good play by the Harrison defense to come in off that back side and bring him down to the ground. And still a nice 7-yard gain out of that, though.
Load up the left-hand side with a couple extra bodies. Give it off the left-hand side to Preston Williams. And Williams is going to be met in the hole by Miguel Contreras, the 6', 190-pound junior. You heard the pads collide. That is going to be a short gain for Williams. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
I'm impressed with this Harrison defensive front, Barry. They have done a very good job of getting upfield. And not just getting upfield, but once they get upfield, being in position to make a play. And that's not as easy as it sounds, trust me.
Tight end to the left side of the formation. Receiver each side. Williams deep in the eye, chugging along, and he pulls through the tackle attempt by Contreras and Graves. And this should be enough for a Mitchell first down by about half the length of the football.
Yeah, so this will definitely be a first down here.
So Mitchell staying tried and true to its running game.
I don't even think Alan Baccarella, he's going to measure, but he doesn't have to, because the sticks are on the north side of the 49. The ball is resting on the 49. So it's definitely a first down for Mitchell. But one of those things that referees do, they'll bring out the sticks so everybody will be happy with the measurement.
Big week coming up next weekend of programming here on the District 11 channel. We will have these Mitchell Marauders playing volleyball against the Sierra Stallions, as the first down indication is given. And as I am scouring for my papers, our next football game
should be Palmer
there
and
it is. Will be Palmer and Castleview, as we get a look once again at the midseason improvements of Justin Rich's squad. Went down to Guy Barrickman Stadium and had a hard-fought loss to Fountain Fort Carson. Quick pass on the near side. This one gathered in. It'll be a gain of 3 on the play. Hauling it in is Raheem Stafford for the Marauders.
Yeah, you can see the improvement in that Palmer team. They're coming, Barry. They're going to get there.
And of course, on the 10th of October, we want you to definitely tune in. The Palmer Terrors and Haley Washington and the Doherty Spartans playing volleyball here on the District 11 channel. They try to spring Williams around the left-hand side. It'll be a gain of 2, bringing up 3rd and 6 for the Marauders.
And the good thing about that volleyball game, Barry, is Doherty Palmer, so that's enough said there. Nothing else need be said. But you're talking about 2 pretty good teams. That Palmer team, they're not going to come up to Doherty and just throw the uniform out there and let the Spartans walk all over them. That's going to be a pretty good volleyball match, I think.
Spartans, of course, the defending 5A champion. Throwing down the left-hand side. This one intended for Russell. Good coverage downfield by Harrison. Trying to pick out a number. And
that's Russell, isn't it?
It's Eric Johnson on the. Russell was the intended receiver. Eric Johnson in the coverage for the Panthers.
Wow.
And that is going to bring up 4th and 6 from the 45 of Harrison.
You know, one more quick note on that Doherty Palmer. Very seldom does the venue measure up to the game. And you know Chris Knowles is going to have that place rocking. So we're going to have some fun that day.
Punt coming from Mitchell, and a good kick gets away. Jaquez will gather it in at the 13-yard line, weave his way up through the middle, and he'll be out to the 24. So a return of 11 after the kick, and Harrison will start at the 24-yard line, leading by 2 touchdowns. Just 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. So Harrison turns it over. The penalty very costly for the Marauders, as it cost them about 35 yards in field position. They could have started inside the 30, ended up starting at their own 41.
Very good football game tonight, partner.
2 teams playing with a lot of pride, not a lot of wins to show for it. Anderson round the hall, or Johnson, Andrew Johnson. And Johnson's starting to show that Mitchell defense is a little worn out. Gain of 29 on the play, all the way down to the 47 of the Marauders.
Yeah, this is just
Johnson has had a big game tonight, carrying the rock.
Watch him get behind this wall here, Barry, and just let the blockers, he sets up his blockers, and then he just goes north to south, which is what every good runner should do. And 29 yards later, they'll bring him down to the turf.
Best run of the night for Harrison. Load up the tight end in the wing on that right-hand side. 2 backs in the backfield. Mitchell brings a run blitz, and it's a great call. Cameron right out, goes nowhere. Will actually lose 3 yards back to the 50 and set a 2nd and 13. So this running game chess match between these 2 teams as we've come to the end of the third quarter. Harrison winning the chess match so far tonight, 12-0. We have played 12 minutes left to decide this one on Mitchell's homecoming at Gary Berry Stadium. A couple of teams looking for their first win. One more chance, we'd like to take the opportunity and thank Louie's Pizza for providing dinner for the staff and student volunteers bringing you tonight's production. Big thumbs up from Haley Washington. Louie's Pizza is a longtime supporter of School District 11. Call one of Louis' 5 locations to find out more about their straight A program, rewarding students with free pizza for their academic achievements. Our thanks to Louis and all his staff at Louis Pizza for all they do for the students of School District 11.
Got one problem with Louis Pizza, partner. It keeps me in the gym working it off.
And that's the problem. Normally we have worked, and we hope you are enjoying our student-run pregame show. Every week before the game starts at 6:45, 15 minutes before kickoff. And most students who've never been around the teleprompter, they have a slightly outgoing personality. And so we try to get them 30 minutes of work before we feed them, and then we put them back to work on the teleprompter and getting used to the script. Haley Washington walks up, one times it like she's one of the Osmonds, goes to the pizza and spends 30 minutes eating.
Hey,
and then she nails it. And
some people just naturals, partner. Some people are just naturals. You know, instead of the Osmonds, let's get a little more up to date here. Let's just say she walked in acting like Jennifer Aniston, just a pro, just getting it done.
Here is Jaquez with a big hole up the middle, breaks the tackle, and it's off to the races. He will be caught and dragged down inside the 10-yard line. But a big gain of 40-plus. Was looking for the number that might have been Tim Allen, chasing him all the way down the field to prevent the touchdown. All the way down to the 8-yard line, a run of 43. And for people who didn't get my Osmond reference, I turned 51 on Wednesday, folks. You've got to forgive me on that. The Osmonds were known, and when the boys, Donnie and Merrill and Jay and all of them, were just little tykes on the Andy Williams show back in the 60s. So that's way back there. Okay? So the older crowd will understand. Our older viewers, the kids are going to have to get on that internet and Google the Osmonds. But they were known as the one-take Osmonds because they practiced so hard and were so controlled. They just step out and do it in one take, which in the days of filmed television, film was pretty expensive. So to have a group of young kids, all pre-teen, able to nail it in one take, that was something.
Run again, partner. I thought something at the end of this run was rather interesting. Let's watch the run here. Now let's stay on this guy. Watch the helmet, guys. Ooh, that could have been a horse collar. Well, not really, because he didn't snatch him back. But I thought it was more short than what it actually was. But still not a textbook tackle.
But effective. On Andrew Johnson around the right side this time. A short gain inside the 5. Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line.
I know what Coach Malloy will say. He say, no matter what kind of tackle it was, they got too many yards out of the play. That's what I'm concerned about.
Sam Garcia in at quarterback now. And he will keep it on the boot out around this side, and he is not fooling the Marauders. Great job, TJ Johnson, shedding the block of the wide receiver and squaring up on Garcia and bringing him down for a loss of 1 back at the 6. It will be 4th and goal from there for Harrison. And timeout taken on the field. It's going to be an official's timeout for an injured
look at the defensive
Panther who is getting up slow.
Look at the defensive pursuit, Barry. That's why that play never had a chance, because the Marauders were all over that. There's 1, 2, 3 Marauders out there ready to make a tackle on that play. That's a good job of defensive discipline, what we talked about in the pregame show. A good job of defensive discipline on that particular play.
And timeout on the field taken by Harrison as Al Mello decides what he's going to do. They've spotted the ball at the 7. Tackle for loss for TJ Johnson. Harrison leads by 12, 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go here on Mitchell's homecoming night. Here you see the Mitchell huddle and Archie Malloy as they were looking for win number 1 on the season. And Archie Malloy was high on Tim Allen, number 49 there in your screen. Chased down and prevented the touchdown on the long run. That young man has been in the backfield tonight, bulldogging people to the ground. He has definitely been a standout on this Mitchell defensive line all season long. You can understand why the coaches are so high on him.
He has been a man, Barry, that's for sure. Still not sure I like those orange helmets. I like those blue Mitchell helmets, Barry. Still trying to get used to the Marauders out there in those orange helmets.
Ring to the right-hand side. Garcia's going to keep. Looks to throw again. Has Graves. Did Graves get in? Yes, he did. Made the catch and made the spin into the touchdown. Darius Graves with the hat trick tonight. This one coming from 7 yards out on 4th and 7. And Harrison, 18-0 now over the Mitchell Marauders. And they will bring in Andrew Johnson for the extra point.
Let's see if he didn't try last two, so we'll see now. And that's probably why.
And that one is low. So after a opening drive touchdown, yields no extra point, and the 6-0 lead at half, Harrison comes out and in 3 possessions has 2 touchdown passes from Garcia to Graves, and the lead of 18-0.
The rest of the Panthers over there, they'll be saying, hey, let somebody else play tonight, guys. You guys will get all the action.
Well, taking a look at the season so far, the Panthers traveled to Sterling, lost their starting quarterback, and lost the game 21-12. Then they took on the Coronado Cougars and lost 35-7 here at Gary Berry Stadium. And then last week they hosted Woodland Park, put up 14 points, but not an offensive point there. So in the last 3 weeks, 25 points on the offense, and just 37 offensive points on the season through 4 games. So they're not scoring a ton, but tonight the 18 is 18 more than they have allowed. And it doesn't get any easier. One more week of non-schedule or non-conference games. Lewis Palmer next on the schedule for Harrison. As with the return for the Marauders is Jermaine Nelson. And Nelson will carry the ball out. They will spot it at the 37-yard line. But Mitchell starting to run out of time, just in under 10 minutes. And for the Marauders, they opened with the trip down to La Junta in the opener, lost 39-14. Then lost 35-14 here on our opener in week 1. And we've got offsides. Looks like John Moultrie got off a little early for the Marauders.
Well, they might call Mitchell on this. Yeah, the procedure on Mitchell, Barry. I saw it the way you did, but the referees...
This offensive line trying to get a little bit of an advantage. And then Mitchell made the trip down to Pueblo County, losing 50-30. And then last week, the 56-22 loss to the Classical Academy here on the District 11 channel. TJ Conklin out in the flat, gets leveled as he's hit as Darius Graves piles into him with Hawkes. And he's completed the pass out to Dante Russell. It is a gain of 15 out to the 49-yard line, and it'll be a first down for the Marauders. So watch TJ Conklin at the end of this one, folks. He gets bowled over.
That's all I was going to say. Watch this right here, Barry. He got hit and smacked, but he hung right in there and threw that ball right where it needed to be. That's a good job of quarterbacking right there, Barry. You get a lot of respect for your teammates for something like that.
So 1st and 10, the pitch out to Williams coming to the near side. Had the corner, flag fly from the far side of the play. Williams is brought down at the 45 of Harrison. But 2 flags on the play.
I almost think that's going to be a procedure penalty, but we'll wait to see what the officials say.
Well, they're downfield about 6 yards. So it'll be interesting to see.
During the run, personal foul. Slap to the head. 54 on the offense.
Wow.
15-yard penalty, repeat the down.
Wow. Can't have that. Gotta maintain your composure at all times when you're on the floor. Anytime you're playing sports, the biggest thing you have to remember is you gotta maintain your composure.
Well, they said 54, and obviously it's a miscall on the number. There is no 50. Oh,
54 defense.
54 defense. So here when they pointed in the direction of Mitchell initially, now they've corrected the call. That is Jason Sims, who the 6'2 senior, 215 pounds, has had a couple of costly calls against his team tonight.
And I still stand by what I said, partner. You've got to maintain discipline.
Especially when you're up by 18. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Nobody guarding the receiver to the left. TJ Conklin had seen it, and that's going to be a pass interference call. Eric Johnson for the Panthers slid out to pick up the intended receiver for Mitchell, who was Isaiah Tivis.
Right there is where the interference came in, partner.
Tivis's route was interfered with.
Right here is where he impeded the receiver's progress, even grabbed him a little bit right there.
Defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down. Previous spot and 15.
Alan Baccarella letting us know that it's 15 from the previous spot. Mitchell's got a nice little drive going here, partner.
Well, thanks to 30 yards in penalties on 2 plays by Harrison. This is the deepest penetration that Mitchell has had tonight, down to the Harrison 14. Get a quick one here and an onside kick. Oh, right down the seam, wide open is Andre Savoy. Conklin with maybe the easiest touchdown he'll have all year. And the offense will stay on to go for 2.
Let me go your one better, partner. It will never get that easy again for him, because there was no one, and I mean no one, within 15 yards of Savoy when he caught that football.
Andre Savoy was the quarterback last year. TJ Conklin comes in from the closure of Wasson, moving, and this one is going to be off, and we've got a roughing the kicker penalty. We're going to have an extra chance. Hunter Ronson gets in on Raheem Stafford. Archie Malloy is already out to the hash marks. Not happy with the play of the Panthers here. See, the snap got set down.
Now watch after he kicks the ball here. Okay, now watch what happens here. See that right there, folks, that you can't do that to the kicker once he has exposed his leg. Right here. Once he exposes that leg, you have to stay away from him until he gets back. And as you can see, he's still on the turf right now. I think that's the kicker on the turf there, bro. You know, man, being
Hunter Ronson
looked at.
The Panther that came through, and to his defense, he had made a mighty leap trying to block that kick.
Right.
But again, unfortunately could not control himself. You see the injured Marauder down on the field, getting talked to by his coaches. And popping up, that is Marcus Cheney. So now Al Mello and Archie Malloy out on the field. Coach Malloy is hearing his options, but he's down by 12, and you just heard him, we're going for 2. So he wants his offense back on the field, try to cut this to a 10-point deficit.
And that's the play right now, partner. You're on the 1 yard line. You can't get it in from the 1 yard. Sorry, Alan. If you can't get it in from the 1 yard line, then there's other issues to worry about.
Making his way gingerly to the bench is Marcus Cheney. Quick slant to Dante Russell, and Mitchell converts the 2-point conversion. And now they trail by just 10 with 9:10 left to go here in the fourth quarter. So something for this homecoming crowd to cheer about. Cheerleaders have to break down, and they started on push-ups and then backed out of it.
All right, let's watch this touchdown again. This will be, now watch Conklin look up, look at Savoy. There is no one in any way, shape, or form around him. That'll be the easiest touchdown that young man will ever throw in his high school career. Now here's the point after where the kicker is going to get run into. Now watch as we go through here, guys. There's the kicker. Now keep an eye on him. I'm sorry. There's a
replay of
slant
the two-point conversion. And great throw down and low to where only Russell could go down and get after it. Very similar to the throw that Elway threw to Mark
Vance
Jackson.
Johnson.
No, it was Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson in Cleveland for the drive, yeah.
To close the drive out, send that game into overtime, which the Broncos eventually won, sending them to the first Super Bowl of the John Elway era.
Onside kick may be coming from Mitchell Barry. At least everybody's expecting. Mitchell's lined up in it. And they do kick it. Look out.
And we've got
Offsides.
a flag. Mitchell was offsides. It was covered by Davis of Harrison. But it'll be Mitchell offsides. So Mitchell will back up 5 yards and kick it again.
Look at the top of your screen, folks, on this when we run this replay for you. Well, actually the offsides was actually at the middle of your screen there. I thought it was at up top, but it was actually the middle of the screen. One of the center guys got a little too eager to get upfield.
Good sideline work. We found out that Marcus Cheney just dinged a little bit, but nothing serious on the injury. Caught his wind and came back up. Now the onside try again. Covered up by two Panthers. Panthers will start at the 47 of the Marauders. Now it's time for this Mitchell defense, which has been pretty good all night, to come up with their third turnover. They have an interception, which stopped the drive as they intercepted it at the 1 yard line. And then they picked up a fumble at midfield, returned it down on the fly. Dante Russell caught it in the air and returned it inside the 30. But penalty on the Marauders backed it all the way back up to their own 41. This is a case where Mitchell needs a quick turnover and to be able to cash it. 9:06 left to go.
Here's the problem, though, partner. The Harrison running game has been very effective tonight.
Sam Garcia, the sophomore quarterback with 2 touchdown throws tonight, has Darius Graves to the left-hand side. He'll give it off to Johnson. And Johnson ahead for a short gain off that left-hand side. Less than a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 10. Time running. Mitchell with 3 timeouts left. Harrison just 2. But it was great to see Mitchell be able to capitalize on those 2 personal foul penalties by Harrison.
It really was.
Actually convert for the touchdown.
And hopefully we get a turnover here, partner.
Mitchell showing run blitz from the near side. Contact in the backfield, and they've got Johnson down for a loss. This will be close to the 49. We'll call it a loss of 1. It'll bring up 3rd and 11. So Archie Malloy calls up the blitz. Heaslip Johnson, Micaiah Heaslip Johnson.
This is a good run defense here, Barry. Watch, you almost grabbed his face mask going by, but that's just good run defense there, partner. They're not even playing the pass right now. The Mitchell front isn't.
And timeout taken by Harrison, their second.
Oh, he's into the face mask there, partner. I'm sorry. Oh, my. Missed that one.
Tim Allen getting away with one for the Marauders as he came in high.
In the street, partner, I think the police might have been reading him his rights on that one. that could be called an assault out in the streets there.
And partner, look down at the 50-yard line. The blonde manager for the Mitchell Marauders. You notice what she's wearing in that previous shot. It was a Wasson letter jacket. As a lot of the Wasson underclassmen made their way over to Mitchell, some down to Palmer, some out to Doherty, some over to Coronado. But as a Thunderbird. Never thought we could see the day with the coexistence of Mitchell and Wasson.
Good Lord.
Obviously, to the credit of the students, there has been a good blending. And Archie Malloy has talked about it all season long, the dozen T-Birds that he got into this Mitchell football program. Once the kids got together this summer, they realized team goals were more important than anything. Bad snap, Davis in trouble behind the line, and he will go down. It's a big loss. Johnson and Allen giving chase. It'll be a loss all the way back to the 47-yard line. Loss of 6 on the play, and that is going to bring up 4th. And we'll call it about 17.
The first problem was a high snap, partner. He was able to control it, but once he did control it, the Mitchell defensive pressure was on him so fast he could not recover. He tried to do the best he could with it, but that was as good as he's going to get.
Hawkes back in punt formation. Johnson races back, cuts in front of Russell, and dangerously fields that.
It was dangerous.
Russell having a talk with him now, said, I was calling it off. I had it all the way. But Johnson is able to hang on. He will fall immediately to the turf. Ball will be spotted at the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Mitchell. So Mitchell's offense takes advantage of the penalties, puts it in the end zone, gets the 2-point conversion. They trail by 10, 7:09 left to go. The defense gets the stop. Now it's up to the offense, and a limping TJ Conklin coming into your screen to drive this team 68 yards down the field and put it in the end zone once again.
Now, I want to get back to the Wasson Jacket in the second part. Let's get this play in first.
This one tipped in the air and intercepted. Cameron Rideout has the interception, and that is the first turnover for the Marauders tonight. Rideout returns it down to the 27-yard line, and Harrison will take over at that point. What a momentum killer.
Anytime you get your defensive lineman, partner, the first thing you're taught, get the paws up. He did that. Now watch this, folks. Watch him get his hand up, slap it, batted it up in the air. Now you got the tip drill working. And then watch this tackle at the end of the play, partner. That's a man tackle here. This grown man tackle right here.
Jason Sims, the defensive lineman that got his hand up, forcing the interception. Seven minutes even left to go. Garcia, jailbreak coming after him, broken play, and Williams and Allen meet at the quarterback. And that's got to be a lonesome feeling for Sam Garcia. Might be 5'7", coach says about 130 pounds. Program has him listed at $156. But you got Big Tim Allen and Preston Williams coming after you.
I think I would find my way down to the turf also.
2nd and 16 all the way back outside at the 32. Pro set formation, give it to Hawkes, and he is up the middle for a short gain, and timeout taken by the Mitchell Marauders. That is their first here of the second half. 6:20 left to go. They've got Harrison in a long distance situation. Turnover would be nice, but you at least want to get the stop and get your offense the ball back.
Back on the field. Yeah, well, we got a break here, partner. Now, you mentioned the Wasson Jacket and the infusion of the Wasson kids into Mitchell, and that's a great thing. You're absolutely right. I will believe that anything is possible when I see a terror in a Spartan huddle or a Spartan in a terror huddle. Then I believe anything's possible after that.
Well, geographically, that would be something to see as they are diagonal opposite ends of the district.
And they are on opposite ends of the district in terms of supporting each other, shall we say. That is one rivalry, I tell you. It reminds me, when I was back in New Jersey, I went to Newark Central High School, and our rivals was Weequahic High School. And that name may be familiar to some because that's where Shaquille O'Neal grew up. I'll get back to that in a minute.
Third down coming, the pitch out to Hawkes. Hawkes around the corner, back to where this drive started, about the 26-yard line. Pick up of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up 4th and 10. So that is really what Archie Malloy was looking for. Put them in 4th and long, see if they're going to punt. We've seen the kicking out of Harrison tonight, and we know that field goal is out of the question here.
Nice defensive play out there by the Marauders, Barry. Get to that football.
Preston Williams with his back to the camera, and now we've got an official stoppage of the clock. Equipment problems. Coming off is Heaslip Johnson. And Heaslip Johnson will be substitutions in.
Somebody is
Archie Malloy not real happy with one of his players. But the substitution is back in. Double tight end formation. Load the left side of the line. Garcia rolls out to this side in trouble, and he will go down. Great pressure by the Marauders.
Garcia may be hurt, Barry.
And they will take over at the 32-yard line. Tim Allen, John Moultrie, 2 of the Marauders to get in there. Let's watch the sequence.
Now, watch what happens here. By first, right here. Nice defensive discipline right there, even though he didn't make the tackle. And then you got your guys coming in to clean up right there and right there. You got guys coming in to clean up that play. And Mitchell will get the football back now in very, very good shape.
The law firm of Allen, Moultrie, and Williams combine on the tackle.
Just put some justice on that.
Student body left, pitch it to Preston Williams. Pick up of 3 across the 35 to the 36, 5:21. Archie Malloy trying to get his offense to hurry up. Trailing by 10, just 5 minutes to go. Two-minute drill time for the Marauders. Conklin back, rolling out on that sore elbow. This one almost intercepted. Making the cut on the ball was Luis Venegas. And Venegas, the 5'11 senior, almost had an interception. Stop the clock, 4:53, 3rd and 7.
It's
for
time,
the Marauders.
It's time to take Gamble's part, and that was a decent gamble that he took. What he didn't realize was the defensive back was reading his eyes and made a play on the football as he threw it. Should have threw it more to the inside as opposed to the outside.
Conklin shifts back to the shotgun, moves his backs around, loads the right-hand side, will roll that way. You can see how gimpy he is. Out in the flat,
what a catch.
Dante Russell goes high in the air. Did he let go of it? I saw the incomplete signal on the official on the far side. They say he did not come down with it.
Oh, my.
So it will be 4th and 7 for the Marauders. A great effort for Dante Russell.
Outstanding effort. Watch Conklin roll out here, partner, and throw this full. I thought he had it, actually. I thought he had control here. Let's see. He'll go up, he'll grab.
Oh, it's loose.
And yes, that's
got
okay
the
now.
fingertips on it, and it just sailed through. I thought he had made the grab.
I
and
did
rolled
too.
To the ground.
I thought he had control of that ball. It was a great catch.
4th and 7. The Marauders held the Panthers. Now they'll load 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Conklin with Williams as a protector. Steps underneath. Russell this time has the catch. Oh, breaks the tackle momentarily and he'll fall down at the 39-yard line. So Mitchell converts on 4th and 7. The play goes for 26. And Dante Russell making a play against double coverage here.
Actually triple. Yeah, one in the back too. But nice extension, nice concentration to make that catch. You see the third Harrison defender coming in at the tail end there, and if they didn't hit him in the ankle right there, he was going to get a few more yards. Probably wouldn't have scored because Harrison had a couple of defenders that would have probably tracked him down.
Hunter
nice throw,
Rawson
nice catch.
had the initial coverage, and Rawson was beaten, and then good hustle by Andrew Johnson and also Venegas to come over and help out.
The getting back
But
to
Russell able to get behind Rawson. 4:33 left to go. 10-point deficit for Mitchell. Got to get a quick one here and an onside kick.
There you go. Getting back to that story I was telling a little earlier, Barry, about the rivalry in Central and Weequahic back in Newark. Shaq, of course, was born and raised in Newark. Not raised, but born in Newark. Spent a lot of time in the Weequahic section. But that was our rival. And if you think Dorothy Palmer or something, you should have seen that one.
Conklin rolls out to the right, has 3 receivers that way. No mobility to get away from Darius Graves, and Graves comes up, and he is pumped.
Oh, he's fired
Again,
up.
Graves is the career sack leader for Harrison.
And you can see why.
Came into the game with 20, has a couple more tonight. But TJ Conklin out there gaming it on a bad ankle. It was hurt early in the first quarter. Now 2nd and 15 for the Marauders, and Archie Malloy has to call a timeout here. Down to 1 are the Marauders. 4:04 left to go.
And let's make no mistake about it, Barry. I think Graves makes these sacks tonight, even if TJ Conklin has good ankles. The young man just has some pretty good instincts on getting to the passer. It's one of those things you can't teach. You know, that's the one thing that, you talk about your Elvis Dumerville, your Vaughn Millers, your Lawrence Taylors. And that's one thing that you can't teach a kid how to have, is that instinct to just get to the passer. And he's got a little bit of that instinct.
That fumble by Harrison 4 possessions ago was their first offensive fumble all year long. And it came 3.5 games into the season. Sims and Venegas have returned from injuries, and they have had a pretty big role for their team tonight. Again, this Harrison team is very young, looking for their first win on the season. 2 receivers left. Conklin throwing into the slot, and this one a little bit behind an open Dante Russell.
Well, he actually had 2 open. Now we got a flag down there by the quarterback, so that might be chop block.
Chop block on the offense. This will back the Marauders up.
They may decline it, partner. Bring up a third and 15.
Third and 15.
For 2nd and 25. I don't know if I don't decline this one, to be honest with you. But we'll see what the Harrison coaching staff decides to do. They're going to take them back, it looks like.
Demetrius Graves being talked to by the officials, relaying his coach's wishes to back the Marauders up. 4 minutes even to go here. Week number 4 of the high school football season. And Mitchell and Harrison looking for their first win.
Coach Malloy getting an explanation on why it was a chop block. And I don't think he agrees with that.
Out in the flat to Dante Russell on the screen. Hunter Rawson comes over and makes the tackle, going low on Russell. Be a short gain, picked up about 5 out to the 44-yard line.
Tell you why I like that play, though, partner. You want to get it back in chunks. You don't want to get it back all in one shot. Take some time, get it back little by little, and then on 4th down, you can go for your big play. So you need about 15 yards on this down. It's 3rd and 36. You need about 15 yards here, 3rd and 26, excuse me. And then you can go for the big one.
Saturday night at 6 o'clock, 3-0 Doherty hosts Heritage here as Conklin goes down in a heap.
Almost lost the football.
Sims is in there. Graves is in there once again. Just 2 of the 3 Panthers that were in there. It'll be a loss back to the 41, loss of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 30.
Now you got to hope for a miracle. Looks like Coach
That
Malloy
should bring
may
up
punt.
4th and 33.
I think Coach Malloy's going to punt this one, Barry. Or fake it.
Punt formation. Coronado tomorrow afternoon will host Pueblo East. So the 2 undefeated teams will take the field here at Gary Berry Stadium tomorrow. I believe the Coronado start is a 1 o'clock and then a 6 o'clock start, and that is going to be delay a game against Mitchell. As trouble They were a man short getting somebody onto the field late. So we'll back up on what was a 4th and 33 and make it a 4th and 38. But just some of the other action to look forward to. Falcon and Rampart as the Falcons look to go to 4-0 and match the Sand Creek Scorpions. Punt away is a good one. Rawson comes up, and this ball will be downed at the 40-yard line as it bounces into T.J. Johnson of the Marauders. Johnson got leveled by a big hit. Luis Venegas, as Johnson was coming down from the gunner position.
Yeah, you're going to learn when you're on those special teams, Barry, when you're going up and down the field, you kind of keep an eye out for those guys because they look at them to take a shot.
So we invite you out to Gary Berry Stadium Saturday afternoon or Sunday evening to look at the Cougars and the Spartans. We have the Cougars coming up against Lewis Palmer here in a couple of weeks.
And Doherty in a couple of weeks too.
We have Doherty against Rock Canyon. They're homecoming on the 4th, and we've got a penalty as the give-off is to Johnson off the left-hand side. Looking ahead at our schedule, next week again is Palmer Castleview, and then Rock Canyon Doherty. Chop block called against Harrison.
Don't forget we got Sierra and Mitchell volleyball next Thursday, partner.
We do, and then on the 11th of October, Lewis Palmer, the Rangers come in to take on the Cougars, and then the following week it's Valor Christian, one of the top teams in the 5A.
The top team.
Coming down to take on Palmer. Well, Valor Christian hasn't lost an in-state game in
forever.
I don't know how long. Their loss this year was to a team out of Bingham High School in Bingham, Utah.
Yeah.
They have played 2 games against teams at least out of state.
Yeah.
That Valor Christian program,
they
won a
bunch
3A title, 2 4A titles, and now a 5A title in the last 4 years. Then we close out on the 25th of October with Doherty and Palmer talking about the rivalry matchup. And Johnson around the left-hand side, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage and not much farther. And now we have a flag flying from below, and one of the Marauders down on the ground, slow to get up. And that is Chase Best, the linebacker. And this one could be going against the Panthers. We will get the call.
See if we can see what happened here, partner. Now, there's the running play right here. And Johnson's going to be tackled there.
And it looks like it was off the screen because it was Chase Best tying up with Jason Sims.
Yeah, because I don't see anything there that would be a problem.
And this bails out, this personal foul will bail out Harrison from a 1st and 25 situation.
Now it becomes 1st and 10 again. Well, 1st and 11, it looks like. So it's gotta be 1st and 10.
He's a linebacker.
2nd and 10. Well, why would he take the down away if it should be 1st down? They shouldn't take the down away. Unless it was already 2nd down. Must have been 2nd down already, partner, because you don't take the down away.
We will have to get clarification on that call. Johnson around the left-hand side once again, short gain. Tim Allen patrolling that side of the field with Andre Savoy. Timeout called by Mitchell. That is their 3rd and final. 1:19 left to go here. Harrison clinging to a 10-point lead, 18-8. They came out on their first drive to recap the scoring. Went 60 yards in 3 plays. Darius Graves from 8 yards out on a reverse for the first of his 3 touchdowns. It was 6-0 at half. And then Harrison on its first possession of the second half put in Sam Garcia, the other sophomore at quarterback, and he found Graves open for the touchdown. And 3 possessions later, Harrison started at their 49, and on a 4th and 7, Garcia found Graves once again for the 18-0 lead. Mitchell then answered with an Andre Savoy touchdown reception from TJ Conklin that went 15 yards. That, after back-to-back 15-yard penalties against the Panthers, moved the Marauders deep into the end zone. The recap of the scoring, but for Darius Graves, 3 touchdowns tonight, as well as a couple of sacks.
I'm looking down at the in the stands. They got the cutest little thing you ever want to see. Probably a 5-year-old down there leading the cheers.
And the first give off was to Rideout, or checked out. It was Jaquez up the middle. He'll be out to the 45, short gain of 3. Good fake by the Panthers, as about half of the Marauders were on Johnson around the outside. Those that stayed home in the middle were able to make the tackle. Inside of a minute now. And the Harrison sideline starting to make some noise. They had lost 13 of 14 since week 10 of the 2011 season. Now we've got a delay of game taken by Harrison, an intentional take of the penalty. Yeah. It'll be 4th and 11. 36 ticks on the clock. So one more snap and we should be done, partner.
They were going to kick anyway, so they figured they'll get 5 extra yards for that punter. But give Harrison credit, partner. Before the game, we said they wanted to control the line of scrimmage, and they've done a pretty good job of that tonight, for the most part, I think. Look out.
Hawkins gets it away, and it will roll to the near side and be down at the 36-yard line. 25.4 to go.
Might be time for 3 pass plays, Barry, if they're not completed.
Well, remember, the clock stops until the chains are reset in high school. So TJ Conklin will limp out to the field. His ankle was hurt early in the first half, and he has been toughing out that injury all night long. They've had to roll him away to get him away from pressure, and his mobility is just so limited.
Yeah. Say what you want about that young man, but you can't say he's not tough. I bet you that.
Just a junior. Quick slant, completion is made. Gathered in, it'll be a gain of 4. Raheem Stafford with the catch.
Harris is in their prevent defense, Barry. That might be the last play.
Inside of 10 seconds. See if Mitchell can get the next snap off. It doesn't look like they're going to.
I don't think Coach Malloy wants to run it. Well, he might.
One last stamp out here to Dante Russell. Russell shakes his tackling down the sidelines. But the deep man is Hunter Ronson, and he will knock Russell out of bounds. And for the first time this year, Harrison has the victory, 18-8 here over the Mitchell Marauders. So you see the teams shaking hands, and our thoughts and prayers to the District 11 staff with one of our own, one of our freelancers, Scott Mullinex. Scott Mullinex passed. We dedicate this game broadcast to Scott. Quick onset of an illness. It took him way too young. And our thoughts and prayers are with his wife and children at this time. Scott was a great personality, always a smile on his face. Worked in TV and real estate around the area for many, many years, and he will be sorely missed by those of us here with Media Production Services for District 11. For the students we had on camera tonight volunteering technically in the truck, for the third member of our broadcast team, the one and only, the amazing Haley Washington, For my partner, Walter Johnson, I am Barry Reed. Have a great night, everybody. And there you see some of the students on our cameras tonight bringing you this action. At the end of the credits, the 3 ways to order. If you'd like to own a copy of this game, just $3 for a DVD. Christmas is coming. They make great stocking stuffers, and the replays. You can find the schedule on the District 11 website. And have a great night, folks. A great weekend.